And with that, ladies... Oh, wait, I just realized I didn't put the pre-stream thing on. Oops. Whoops. Sorry about that. Hello to Digo Koragami... Koragami? Koragomi? Digo Koragomi. I think I said that right. I apologize if I said your name wrong, my friend. Thanks for following. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the time has hit 0. The song is now done. God damn it, my Discord has messed up the fun. Alright, give me a second here. Are we good? Are we good? Yep, alright. Let's get our team in check. Boo!
Hi. Hello.
Why hello everybody. How does thou do? God damn it, the distraction dances in everyone's head. Del, get the distraction out of your head.
Okay.
Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone to Preception Check. You must have rolled pretty high to find our quiet little stream. Joining us tonight, we've got the ragtag crew as you hopefully know and love them. I am your host, Brownie, and I will be your dungeon master. And tonight we have Aeon. We have Chopper.
Ew.
We have Kotlal.
That sounds sick.
That's one way to say hi.
Hi.
We're joined by Lena.
I have no idea what Aeon said.
Don't worry. The short version is Banjo-Kazooie. That's all you need to know.
Okay, also, why are there a bunch of Liams in the map?
Wait.
That's what I was
What?
wondering.
Wait, what? I haven't even loaded in yet. I haven't...
Load in and look.
Oh,
I'm just keeping everyone safe.
We're also, speaking of Liam, we're joined by Raven.
Hello, I'm not the imposter.
God damn it. And we're also joined by Dell.
Hoi, everybody.
Now, sadly tonight, we are without 2 of our players tonight. Sadly, Heidi has some personal business to take care of, so we wish her the best at right now. It's not major, well, it's not completely serious, but it's something she has to take care of, and we have no idea where Caitlin is. So, apologies for the miss on a few people there, but hopefully we'll have some fun for tonight. Give me 1 second, guys, because I just realized that part of my Discord is actually in view, and I will have to quickly edit something. Don't worry, I have to... It's not so much something better, it's just I looked on the thing and I realized... Oh, wait. In which case I realized my, my Discord is in view, but it also has something else in view, and I don't want people to send me random shit. Alright, I'm having a look at what Liams have manifested on my map.
One moment.
What Liam's?
I saw them! I saw the 3 there!
Hey, Chris, I told you.
Yeah, you did. You did. I didn't load up, but I saw it with my own eyes. In which case, Raven. Naughty. Oh, and Caitlin! Caitlin, you snuck into class. What's your excuse?
Sorry, guys.
No, don't apologize. Is everything okay, by the way? Oh.
Throat.
No worries. Just try take it easy as best you can, okay?
Yeah, sorry about that. The reason why I was so late was because I was cooking my mum a nice dinner.
Oh, that is nice. That's a wonderful thing to do. Remember, everyone, respect your parents.
Respect your elders. Respect your elders in general.
Yes.
If they deserve it.
Yes. Well. Yeah. I mean, he's not completely wrong. Anyway.
Sorry, but yeah, sorry about that, guys.
No, don't worry. All I just need to know is it looks like the only person who won't be joining us is Heidi, unfortunately.
Is she alright?
Yeah, the short version is she told me she had some personal business that came up. It's not completely serious, but it is a family matter she has to take care of. So, hopefully, everything should be fine and dandy. Alright, but with that said, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready to play?
Let's do this.
Yes.
Alright.
Yep.
I shall...
Am I dead?
No, you're not dead. You're not dead. I promise you. Right, in fact, right now, no character is dead.
Yes,
Mug's beard.
Well, okay.
Except my beard.
I was hoping we'd forget that slightly.
No.
Never forgive, never forget.
What? Don't blame me. Blame the dice. Anyway. Anyway. Let's get on to tonight's episode of Perception Check. So, last time on Perception Check, the Hope Finders, after making their way through the Southern Mountain Toll Gate, were on their way to Velvet, the military capital of Monu. On their way, they bumped into a surprise ally, being a tabaxi named Topaz, similar to their paladin, who was revealed later by a message to Goldie to be none other than an imposter. During this, they decided it was best to make their way south towards Velvet while stopping off at Creo for not only a little bit of information gathering, but for the sake of some of the people in their group, to check out this Festival of the Fist, which piqued some curiosity. In the meantime, as you made your way there and had a partial stop along the way, stopping at, which was revealed to be the warrior's graveyard, you got ambushed by a Sword Wraith Commander, which is its full name, as well as some of their lackeys, seeking the attention of Holy Light for some reason, but not sure exactly why. You managed to fend them all off with your tabaxi friend joining in the fray, but with the help of Ursula claiming the kill on some of them, and some major damage done by your half-orc companion of Magnus with a Vorpal blade, you managed to claim waste to the spectral spirits, sending them back to the afterlife. After exploring the graveyard for a little bit, you found a brooch that just had the giant symbol for the word carnage. You managed to check out some of the gravestones, but couldn't make headway of some of it, but you got some of the wording from them. And checking out the cart, not only did Zelion acquire a nice little bit of loot and a nice bit of prizes amongst the travel, but there was also hidden in one of the bags a halfling, which Trilly recognized as her older brother, Verdant. So, Hope Finders. At this point, you see in the bag the halfling with blue veins pulsing through in clear sight all across the exposed top and shoulders of Verdant. So, at this point, Hope Finders, what do you wish to do?
I have no words. I have no words because I am creeped out.
Right.
Who's this clown?
Yeah. I just look over at Trilly, then and back at the body in the cart.
Make a perception check, Zelion.
Oh, perception check? Really?
Actually, you know what? You know what? Let's have some fun. Making a nature check.
A nature check?
Yeah, make a nature check. See if you can determine the similarities between the two right now.
Okay.
Just humor me.
Okay.
22. Though different genders, you can clearly see on the male halfling there is a similarity on the facial structure, and you also see that, let's see. Oh, I just look back over my info exactly. Yes, that on Verdant's body, you see on his hand there is a similar sort of. You know what? I'm just putting my ass to the 22 here. You know what? I'll just say. Yeah, I was trying to be clever with this. I'll just make it simple. You can clearly tell there's a similarity between the two.
Okay. You kind of look like this halfling. Do you know who he is?
Trilly's just gonna stand there in stunned silence for a few seconds. That's my brother.
Your brother?
What the heck is my brother doing here?
Is he dead? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, I know that one of you made a medicine check. I know one of you made a... Ah, was that you, Cotlol?
I believe it was me, yeah.
Right, okay. Well, I can tell you that, just for a reminder of that one, you can tell looking at him, he is heavily out cold, not dead, but you can see that there's something up with the blue veins that are coursing through him. They are, shall we say, brighter than usual.
Are they? Do they have anything to do with Arcania or magic?
Make an Arcana check.
Mm-hmm.
That's a clever one, actually. Well done.
It would help if I launched the game first. Holy shit, I'm an idiot.
Don't worry, I just loaded up as we did the intros.
Crap. Give me one second. One silence, guys.
No worries.
The DM is a professional, people.
Totally professional, guys.
Professional. We're dealing with a professional here.
Right. Quick question: who probably has like the highest icon? Like, who has the highest icon? It's probably
Well, I'm ask. I mean, I can ask.
You're the one.
Yeah, you're the one who said it, so either you can make the roll, or you can convince one other person to give you an advantage if anyone wants to help you.
Yeah, Liam, you're good with you're good with all that Arcana stuff, aren't you? You mind? Do you know any knowledge about this type of stuff?
Possibly.
Okay, so at this point, you can both make separate checks, or one of you can roll with advantage.
I'll give Liam an advantage.
Alright, Liam, roll an Arcana with advantage, please.
Jeez.
Oh, 12. I'll say, because the fact of your shop knowledge, I'll say you at least can determine that he is affected by some kind of poison, but you're unable to determine if it's a natural poison or an Arcana style poison.
Okay, I'm gonna do a medicine check then.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll allow you to make it, but just a single check.
Alright. I only asked Liam because my Arcana check is -2.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was thinking, guys, but I was asking Liam.
No worries. I'll allow you to make this check for us quick, and then we'll move on.
Medicine. That also it looks at poison, doesn't it? Poison stasis, doesn't it? Or any stasis for medicine, right? Or is it nature?
Yeah, there's a different there. Medicine mostly is to do with like anything sort of biological or body effectiveness and stuff like that. Nature is sort of more like determining like if something knocked down a tree with force or because it fell because of age or something like that, for example, or footsteps.
I just wanted to double check.
That's perfectly fine.
I hope these questions are all right.
No. This is a perfectly reasonable one.
Okay. Come on. Yeah!
Natural 20!
Boy!
Okay, I have no quarrel with that one. Alright, Goldie. With Liam's basis of knowledge of poison, you are able, because of the nat 20, you're able to determine... I'm going to have to give the info on this exactly, because you got the nat 20. Oh, I was hoping to spoil this later. Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Right. So, you're able to determine that you have seen a poison like this once before. I won't say exactly where you might have seen it, because I'm trying to picture that idea, but you're able to determine, because of your blessing, I would say, you're able to determine that the poison that is running through Verdant's body is a standard style poison, but it looks like it has been mixed with an Arcana supplement. In other words, it's basically a normal poison, but it's been buffed by magic.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm going to tell Trilly that.
Okay.
Trilly, he's been poisoned somehow, but the poison also has some sort of, like, Arcana mixed into it as well.
Okay.
Meaning he's going to die.
You know what? I'll say because you got the nat 20, you're able to determine that this poison is more like it's a big, heavy sleeping agent that paralyzes his body too. So in a way, you could say he's in a very heavy coma.
In fact, I think... Give me a minute.
Okay. While this is going on, what's everyone else doing in this scenario?
Trilly would like to cast Healing Spirit.
Okay. Okay. Remind me on the healing spirit part.
You call forth Nature Spirit to soothe the wounded. You can restore 1d6 hit points every round, so every 6 seconds up to a minute.
If that doesn't work, I have something.
Okay. So are you casting it on?
On Verdant, yeah.
Right. Okay. Just roll a d6 and give him some hit points.
So the spiritual wolf sort of appears, partially lays on him.
Oh, like a little lapdog.
And restores 2 hit points.
Okay. Fair enough.
Oh, I have something. That might help.
Okay.
I'm gonna use, because I haven't used this, I'm gonna use Lesser Restoration.
You can certainly try. What level are you going to cast it at?
Doesn't really give me any higher level.
Okay. Then what level is Lesser Restoration?
Second level.
Second level. Okay. So you watch. So all of you watch as Trilly summons this wolf spirit and lays on the unconscious body. At this point, you watch as Goldie, with all of her power and blessing, begins to chant and fires a small blessing of energy. You find as it covers over Verdant's body, it has no effect on the poison.
What?
You find that maybe you might need a bit more power in the restoration.
It doesn't give me any more power.
I'll at least be simple. You might need a stronger recovery than that.
Oh.
I know I shouldn't spoil things like that, but I'm at least helping Caitlin out.
Sorry, guys. I'm so
That's
sorry.
the only time. It's the only time. Don't worry. All right. So, okay. At this point, Verdant. I will say, you know what, Goldie, just roll a d100 for me.
Oh.
Oh no.
Did I anger something here?
You don't know.
I swear this kills him.
It's like, oh, roll the d100.
Look,
I'm not gonna do anything until the roll happens.
All right.
Wait, are we gonna hope for a low roll or a high roll?
I'll say, you know what? For the sake of the d100 on this, lower the better.
Okay. Because I'm trying to figure out how D100s work.
Yeah, d100s, more of them sometimes last the other way. 27.
That's low.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'll say that's fine. That's fine. So, Trilly, you
Yes.
watch as all of this goes on. Verdant's eyes slowly open. And he looks up in your direction. Trilly?
It's me, Ver.
This isn't some kind of afterlife thing, is it?
No.
Why do I still feel so heavy?
I don't know about you guys, but I think we should take him to to Creo. Maybe they have a healer there or something.
Topaz,
Yeah.
roll a history check for me, please.
Sure.
I'll say this is because of this. I'll say whether you at least have some knowledge of if anyone in Creo can help.
Okay.
17. Okay. You're as soon as Zelion mentions about there could be someone to heal, though not specific by name, you do know that there is a place that relies heavily on, I guess in a way, because of the way that they set up things for the Festive of the Fist, that you're able to determine that they would most likely have healers of all kind there. And there is a high possibility that someone there could help.
Okay.
So do you relay this information?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So Topaz passes this information onwards to the group.
All right. There is someone in Creo that could possibly heal him, so it would be a good idea to take him there.
That makes sense.
I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement with Zelion's words. It would be a wise idea to take him there so we can have someone heal him.
Oh, all right. Question. Yeah, question. Who's going to carry him? Who's strong enough to carry him?
Magnus?
Obviously.
Okay.
He needs to do something first, like fixing the grave of the guy whose Vorpal Blade he now has.
Ah, right.
First off,
Yes.
I'm gonna roll an investigation check for the cards, see if it can be fixed.
Okay. Okay. You actually, yeah. Go on. Make an investigation check. I'll say if you can. I'll say that should be fine. You guys are all thinking clever out there, so I'm liking all this. 13. Okay. You're able to determine that the front of the cart itself is kind of broken, but you do see that the wheels are still functional, but they are kind of damaged. So even though the cart can be pulled, it might not take too much weight. But you don't know how much until you try, if you want to.
This cart isn't so badly damaged. It cannot carry a lot.
Oh, halflings are not that heavy.
Oh, you're forgetting about someone?
Oh,
Oh,
quick question.
Yes, Goldie.
Sorry. I noticed I noticed something about there's this like sort of cave entrance over there.
Oh, right, yes. I was wondering if anyone's going to notice about that. Yeah. To sum it up briefly, just for the sake of this, that was my attempt at making the entrance where Topaz and Dizin came out, but it was the best I could do.
Oh, that'd be like
Let me
so
see.
that'd be like a shortcut then.
Well, it's more like it's another well, I'll say because the Topaz is there, Topaz knows that is another cave entrance into the cavern that leads further back up to the Southern Mountains where you first met them. So in a way, it's a second entrance down into a mine shaft.
Cool. I want to explore there.
Not now.
Let's get to the place.
I don't mind the cool looking treasure. I don't mind the legendary weapons.
Ursula looks over you at Goldie and goes, "Well, I do agree with the curiosity of her. I think the main important thing is that we get the relative of one of our own recovered. I don't think any of us need to lose any more of our own."
Damn right we don't.
Oh, it's legendary weapons.
All right. Okay. How about this? Let's wrap up here and try to see if we can try to see how much, and just try to get this cart moving. Oh.
Right.
Oh wait.
Oh wait. Can't you summon Anastasia to pull it?
Oh yeah. Give me a moment, guys. Give me a moment, guys. I'm gonna cast second level Find Steed.
Find Steed? Okay, fair enough. What's the casting time on that, by the way?
Casting time is 10 minutes.
Okay, so while Zelion is beginning to cast up to summon Anastasia, what are the rest of you doing during this 10 minutes?
I'm gonna fix the grave.
Okay.
I want to have a quick look at the cave entrance, see if I can find something.
I'm gonna send her over here.
Okay, so to sum up briefly, Magnus is gonna go try fix the grave. The grave
Triple
that...
assist.
Remind me which one it is again.
Where Trip is.
Thank you.
Okay, well that's going on there. Trilly, what are you doing?
Trilly will be staying by her brother's side.
Okay, Topaz, what are you doing?
I think I'm gonna go help Magnus fix that grave.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, well, you got two big physicals now on your side, Trip, to help things up there. Zelion is casting that. Liam, what are you doing?
I'll try to reinforce the cart.
Okay, fair enough. In which case, okay, so I need the following checks from everybody in this scenario here. So, Goldie, make a perception check. Topaz, Trip, and Magnus, make an investigation check to see if you can uncover the pieces to help fix this gravestone. And Liam, I want you to make a straight intelligence check to see if you can use your knowledge to fix up the cart.
Investigation.
Okay.
You said investigation for me, Trip, and Magnus, right?
Correct.
Oh my god!
Natural 20 again, and a nat 1 for Magnus.
Oh my
That one did
Holy
What
shit.
after all?
Investigation. Okay, so... oh my god! This is the lateness luck. Goldie steals it all from everybody.
Stealing the loot.
All right, so
What's Ursula doing?
Ursula's probably going to stay with Trilly because of how much she wanted to keep an eye on, make sure everything's fine. So, wait,
Alright.
Trilly?
Magnus is within 20 feet. I'd like to negate that natural 1 and have him re-roll.
So Magnus is going to re-roll it.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Trilly.
Okay, so the minus...
Wait. Trilly,
Wait.
how many
Yeah.
times can you use that ability?
It essentially just says you cannot use it again before the end of your next turn, quote unquote.
So in this case, I'll say she can only do it once of the two, so she can only negate one of those nat ones.
Okay, go ahead. I was just checking.
14. That's
14. Although I will say, it's a surprise she chose the one with the minus modifier, not the plus
I was
modifier.
gonna say.
That's too late now. So 14. All right. So Trip, as you're looking through the gravestones, Trip, you're distracted by a little butterfly. Although this butterfly is rare because you feel like you've seen this butterfly back in your homeland, and that's why you're distracted by it. Okay, Topaz got 18 and Magnus with 14. You're able to uncover most of the gravestone. Not all of it, but enough of it to look presentable. Goldie.
Yeah.
That nat 20. You get to that cave entrance, and as you peer in, Oh, I'm just asking, are you standing outside of it, or are you on the edge of it?
On the edge.
You're on the edge of it, so you're right under the... Okay. You look, as you peer yourself into the cavern, you hear... you don't see anything because it looks like it goes a long way down, but because of the nat 20, you're able to hear the sound of a river that it sort of sounds like it's flowing underneath. And you're also hearing another noise. You're hearing the sound of...
Oh, fuck. I'm going in.
Wait, you're going in?
Yeah, I'm going in.
Oh, shit!
Oh dear.
Uh-oh. Okay. Well, I get...
I'm also going to cast. I'm gonna sort of cast like a sort of dim sacred flame, but not like throwing it, but sort of like using it as a sort of torch, if that makes sense.
Okay. How far are you going down?
Until I find that noise, that whimpering noise.
Because of that nat 20, I'll say you're able to determine that that is at least 50 feet deep.
Yeah, I'm going in.
Oh, shit!
I'm going in.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm not going to bring out the map for this because I don't think it's necessary completely, but as you make your way down there, you hear the whimpering getting louder, but as you're getting closer, you hear it suddenly stop. And as you get closer, you see the sight of 15 gnolls. And they're all looking at you with this look of...
What are noise?
I'll say, you know what? I'll say because of that. Wait, do you have dark vision, Goldie?
No, I don't have dark vision. But
Oh.
I said I had my like.
Yeah.
flame
Okay.
torch.
Well, I'll say for a small glimpse of it, sacred flame. I'll say because of this, you're able to determine that you see what looks like a few bodies that are lying on the ground. You appear that you have just disturbed their mealtime.
Oh shit! Wait, what did he look like? I don't know what noise
Look in
are.
chat.
Check in the chat.
They look like hyenas.
Yeah. In fact, Goldie, you may.
they're like hyenas.
Yeah. In fact, Goldie, you remember that these are the same type of creatures you fought on that crossroad when you saved Annabelle.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Yep.
That's what they look like.
So much for no fight this session.
That's why I was really hoping, but oh well.
Running.
By the way, while Goldie's doing this, by the way, Liam, with you got a 12, right? I'll say, based on the damage, you're able to fix up the cart to its functional, but you're not sure on how much weight it'll take.
So no Magnus. Got it.
Topaz, I'll say because Magnus, that you've got Topaz there, you're able to fix up the grave in a relative style based on how many times Topaz has seen this gravestone.
And I'm gonna do something that you won't expect. I say something for ancient warrior. I'm afraid I cannot give you your sword back, but I am gonna give you something I prize most.
Oh.
I take out my +2 longsword,
Oh.
bury it under the grave.
All right. Humor me with this. Make a persuasion check.
Persuade the spirit.
Yeah, just humor me.
Persuasion is just straight nothing. So it's 6.
You plop the sound in the ground as you say that, and you hope for the best.
I just imagine it going like, please leave a message after the beep. Important to us.
By the way, at this point, Ursula looks over to where Goldie was and is just like, where's Goldie gone?
Okay.
Has anyone seen Goldie?
Normally, it's Trip who goes away.
And now, at that point, from the cave entrance, you hear... "Arrgh!"
God.
That doesn't sound
Goldie, what are you doing?
Oh fuck. How far is the cave entrance back to? Can I
You
make
are 50 feet, so if you do a dash, you can get out, but you're gonna have to be quick because you do have 15 angry, hungry gnolls coming after you.
Oh, God.
Breathe fire.
Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna book it.
All right, so I'd also like to point out because that you're making the dash, that counts as your action. So your sacred flame is now gone. So you're running in the dark.
Oh, so.
So,
I have an idea.
Goldie, at that point, could you make a dexterity check for me, please?
Oh shit.
Because you're running in the dark now.
Chris,
Yes.
have I summoned? Have I?
I'll say at this scenario, yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Did we have a long?
No.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to this cave and
Uh,
find this. See what
All
I
right.
can
First
find.
of all, to sum up briefly, by the way, to Liam,
No!
5 up. I'll say you get 10 feet before you trip.
Son of a bitch!
And to
It
answer
seems like
Liam,
all the clerics are pretty.
to answer Liam's question, no. You have not had a long rest yet. And I also heard Lena was speaking during all this. Sorry, Lena, what was your response?
I said we're gonna have to get out of Dodge quick.
Might have to, although Goldie is now 40 feet below that entrance and now has 5 gnolls surround her. And Goldie, you can't see them very well, but all you hear getting close to you around you is the sound of...
Oh fuck. Are they intelligent? Like, can they speak?
You
No,
can
I don't think so.
you can certainly try.
Goldie, remember the last time we tried to fight those
Yeah,
fuckers
well,
and they damn near
Goldie's.
killed us?
Wow.
It's been a while.
What?
About a year and a half, actually.
Let me double check the gnolls because I was hoping we weren't gonna get into this, but oh well.
Oh,
What
in
do you
fact,
wanna know
I
about 'em?
have an idea. I have an idea.
Well.
It's a very stupid idea.
Okay, well, this scenario, Zelion and Magnus, you are both there. All you, who has, do any of you have dark vision?
I do.
Magnus?
I do.
You do as well, Topaz. What about you, Magnus?
Yeah, I'm going in.
Oh, he's going in! Alright, so Zelion, you watch as Magnus just charges in.
I have a. Well, and he's gone.
Alright.
Screw him.
You're gonna go too, Topaz?
Do I look stupid to you?
Fair enough.
I think I may have an idea that might get that.
Well,
might
okay.
prevent us from
Well,
getting killed.
in which case, Zelion, Magnus, and Goldie, roll initiative.
I think it's a straight roll from it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. You brought this on yourself. Don't say I didn't try to warn you.
21.
Screw it. I'll hop in.
All right. In which case, Topaz, I'll allow you to make a. Initiative roll as well.
Okay, so screw it. I'm just gonna go in.
Oh,
All right.
God.
I don't. All right. Well, I'll move you up here.
I'm clearly going first.
Okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna have to do this proper on all this. I can't believe this is actually happening. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah,
Trip
the
or two
fight
distracted
happy
by a
people happen to get
butterfly.
you.
Yeah,
I'm not
Trip's
surprised in the
distracted.
slightest.
All right.
I have a plan.
So let's. Oh yeah. Sorry, Liam. All right, everyone, relax. Okay. Right. Okay. Magnus with the 21. Right. Okay. Magnus, you're up first. So you make your way down. You're currently at the
Dark
entrance.
vision.
All right. So you're able to go down the movement. I haven't got a map for this because I didn't plan this far ahead. So I apologize on this. So we're doing this by ear.
You're good.
Who cares?
Oh, fair enough. All right, so Magnus, you make your way down, and with your dark vision, you now see the sight of the 15 gnolls that are currently surrounding Goldie. And at this point, 5 of them are all holding giant clubs and are getting ready to beat down on Goldie. What are you doing?
I'm cutting one of their heads off.
Oh, shit! Well, she is 40 feet down, so unless you got 40 feet of movement, you won't be able to catch this round.
I got 30 feet of movement, plus a bonus action.
Okay. Alright, so you can get 30 feet, but if you want to get in range of one of them to attack, you're going to have to give up the action. Because you'll have to dash to get in there.
Yeah, I can work with that.
Alright, so you're going in range?
Yep.
Alright, okay.
So what do I have to roll?
Okay, you know what?
'Cause I've never actually dashed before.
Yeah, so dashing just doubles your movement, but it gives up your action for the turn.
Alright.
So you get right in there, and now you are standing right near one of the 5 gnolls, and there you see Goldie just flat on her back.
Hi.
So so Goldie, by the way, just at this point, it's still dark, so you have no idea who's turned up.
So I do have also, if one of them attacks Goldie, I can just straight up murder them. Sentinel attack.
Fair enough.
Good God, dude.
All right, is that it for your turn?
It is for my turn.
All right, well, just beating the gnolls by 1. Topaz,
Jesus.
you're up on the next one.
Okay.
They rolled terrible.
Okay, so I am. So let me take my movement real quick because I believe I have. Yes, I have 40 feet. Yes, I have 40 feet of movement.
Yep. So you can go right in there, and you can get right next to the other one.
And that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to attack him with my great axe. And boy, am I! And I'm going to tell you first off.
Okay.
Whenever I look at Goldie and the
gnolls?
Yeah, thank you. Whenever I see Goldie and the gnolls next to her, it really pisses me off.
All right.
So,
if you're going for it, roll that axe.
All right.
Let's see what you got. 22. Is that 14 points of slashing damage?
Jesus.
Yes, it is.
Oh my fucking god. You cleave that gnoll in half! He's gone in 1 hit!
So wait, they only have 14 HP? Good to know.
They've only got 12!
Very good to know. That's my average damage.
Why do you think I gave so many gnolls?
True.
Okay, so you cut that one in half, and at that point, the rest of them all look at you and...
Who else wants some?
And I
was gonna make a pun, never mind.
No, go ahead.
Clearly you were all knolling.
Oh.
Okay. I'm done. Okay, I'm done.
Get back here. Okay. The gnolls are now gonna make their turn. So there's still 3 surrounding, and 1 is currently distracted by Magnus, so I'll roll for the 3 clubs on Goldie. First one, Goldie. Yep, you're on the ground, they're having fun, and because you're on the ground, it's advantage on the attack. That's only a 14 for the first.
So, wait, how much damage does it do to me?
No damage unless your AC is less than 14.
Oh, okay. Yeah, oh god.
Okay.
You had me worried there.
Second one. Advantage because you're on the ground. Bloody. That's a 13. God damn it! This dice hates me tonight.
Bitch, don't hit me.
So wait, one of the gnolls is attacking someone?
The 3 gnolls that are behind the one that's looking at you, they're basically 10 feet from you, Magnus.
Damn, because
Yeah.
I would have just murdered them.
Oh, it's alright. The 3... I know about your sentinel, but the 4th one is going to be doing it, so you could do something.
He's cutting his head off.
The 3rd one's attacking. Yep, that's hit. That's a 19.
Yeah, I get it.
Alright. That is... Oh, you're lucky enough it's a D8. Just 1. 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow!
So, right on your back there. The fourth one is now going to attack. And you know what? It's looking at Magnus and is like... Well... And it's just going to go back on Goldie.
And I'm attacking it. Sentinel mode.
Alright, so... Do you stop my attack if you hit him?
I paralyze him for 1 round.
Oh, shit. Okay, roll your
Sentinel
attack.
attack. When a creature within 5 feet makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon against the attacking creature. So actually, no, it doesn't paralyze it.
Okay, so basically in other words, you basically could smack him for smacking someone else.
I'm wrong. When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, the creature's speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn.
Oh,
yes,
so if it moves. Well,
yes.
It's not moving, it's gonna go right on Goldie again.
Well, I'm killing it.
Alright. That's 20. That is a 22, by the way, Goldie.
Mind if I roll, Brownie, if it's possible?
Well, just...
It is not.
It's not moving out of the range, it's just attacking within there, so...
No, even if it attacks someone else, I can still kill it. Basically, if it attacks... Well, again, when a creature... let's see. When a creature within 5 feet makes an attack against a target other than you, which means I can just... you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attack.
Okay, so how it works...
So
in this... so in this scenario, the attack... Oh, okay, there we go. So basically, from what I gather from your one, if I do the attack with this one, the attack still goes through, but at this scenario, you smack him back. It's like, bonk, you hit him, bonk!
No, more like bonk, I killed him. Stabbed him right through the heart.
Alright, we'll see what happens. So my attack first.
And then I shall roll and kill him.
Yeah, okay, so 5 points to Goldie. So roll yours, Magnus.
He's dead. His head's cut off.
Oh, nat 20! That's an instant behead with a Vorpal Blade!
Well, I'm not rolling any damage because that's an
Yeah.
instant.
That's that one beheaded instantly. It's like, bonk on Goldie's head, and you go, nuh-uh. Yeah,
No,
okay.
you went bonk on her head, right?
Okay, well that's that one now. The other gnolls are now looking at you, Magnus, with fear.
Hello. I think you need to run now and never come out of the hole.
I'm surprised they're not. I'm surprised they're not about to piss in their pants looking at what I did.
You can tell that these are hardened ones. In fact, because of this, you're used to this. So, actually, you know what? Give me a second.
Okay, take your time. I am in no rush.
Okay. I'll surprise you all. I'll surprise when all this is over. In the meantime, Zelion, off you go.
All right. So how wide is this cave?
It is 10 feet wide of its entrance.
10 feet?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. So, yeah, that's okay. So yeah, that's one down. That's one plan not being able to use. Oh. Okay. 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 And okay. And how? Okay. And where am I standing in the cave right now?
I'll say you're right on the cusp. So if you want to go join in the fight, you can use your movement to get in there. But to get right in the range, you're gonna have to use a dash.
All right. I was actually gonna be thinking about something like. Okay, like I'm going to. Okay, so I'm gonna stand in the cave just behind the group that's fighting.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Warding Wind.
Warding Wind. Okay. What's that one do?
I was
Warding
asking an
wind.
exploration question.
Yes. Okay. Warding Wind is a strong wind. I'm hearing an echo.
I think it is who? Oh, it's from Aeon.
Again? Okay,
Yeah.
well,
No, it's Aeon.
push to talk.
Okay, carry on, Del.
Okay. How do how are you guys bringing these into the thing? 'Cause I'm trying to figure that out myself.
Yep.
Okay, so you know what? It might be easier for me to copy.
No worries. Yeah, I think it's because with the character sheet you can display the spell if you put it in. We really need to get that with everybody if we can. Oh, there we go. 1 in wind. A strong wind 20 miles an hour blows around you in a 10-foot radius and moves with you and remaining centered on you. The wind lasts for the spell's duration. The wind has the following effects. It deafens you and other creatures in the area. Extinguishes unprotected flames in this area smaller. Hedges out vapor. The area is difficult terrain for creatures other than you. Attack rolls at the range. Okay, so you've essentially created the entrance as a giant warding wind tunnel.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I'm hoping that the noise that the wind makes will scare the gnolls off.
Okay. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration I'll give my bardic inspiration to Goldie.
Alright, so Goldie has a bardic inspiration dice, so when Goldie does a skill check or an attack roll, she can roll an extra dice. Alright, Goldie, I think that's your turn now, I believe. So, right now you're flat on the ground, so if you want to stand up, it's going to cost half your movement.
In fact, or I can just, would I still be able to, like, if I lay on the ground, would I still be able to, just use a spell instead?
You can, but depending on the spell, you might have disadvantage on it.
Okay, no, I'm standing up.
Alright, so half your movement to stand back up. So the other gnolls are now looking at you kind of like... Or at least some of them are, but there's more distracted by looking at the 2 figures that just came in and cleaved 2 of their comrades.
Alright,
You
are they all
bastards are
facing,
dead.
are all the gnolls facing me?
Just the 3 that were attacking you. The other ones are now all looking in the direction. So you got 3 who are constantly focused on you.
So are they right in front of me?
They are behind you.
Behind me?
Yeah, the 3 of them are behind you. The 2 that were in front of you have been cleaved in half thanks to the voices that you've just heard. No idea who they are.
Alright, I'm gonna turn to the ones that were behind me.
Okay, just be aware you are in the dark.
But, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, I'm gonna use, I'm gonna use Guiding Bolt on one of them.
Okay, then I believe it's an attack roll for your spell, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so roll a d20 plus your spell attack, but it's a disadvantage because you're in the dark. So it's d20 plus, I think 7, I think, for yours?
D20 plus 7?
I think so. Double checking, double checking, double checking.
I also need to upgrade my mace as well. I don't think I upgraded the mace. Well, I have upgraded it on the D&D.
We can work on that. Okay. D20 plus 5. Sorry.
D20 plus 5. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
It's all right, but it's a disadvantage because you are in the dark. Oh.
I don't think I'm gonna get any lower than 9.
Let's see if you get the nat 1.
Fuck.
Nat 1.
No.
I'm allowed my fun. No.
You bitch!
No, the 9. You fire the bolt, and just as it wishes past the gnolls, all you see is the 2 sets of teeth that are glaring at you in a blink of an eye.
Shit. Okay. I have a bonus action, don't I?
I should think so.
Holy shit, bonus. Oh my god. Actually, hold on. I guess I'm gonna use 2 weapon fighting. No, it's our action.
Yeah, that's an action, and it's an action to cast Guiding Bolt, I believe.
says in
Yeah, Cotlow?
no, it says in your sheet if you can cast it as a bonus action.
Ah, okay, fair enough. So yeah, you can technically attack with your mace.
Yeah, I'm attacking with the mace.
All right, disadvantage with it. Dark, remember?
I know.
Remember
Like,
when you
my mace is upgraded.
Yeah.
So what do I write if it's upgraded?
You add basically a +1 to what it normally is.
Oh boy, I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
I've not used the mace for a while. Okay.
So
1d6 plus 2.
No, that's your damage if it's d6. So d20 plus your strength, but because that you've got the +1 to it, instead you add 1 to the strength modifier.
Oh, okay, I get you.
Yeah.
God, I'm such an idiot. So, +2 then. Oh, okay.
15 does hit. Roll the damage. So now that's the d6 plus 2. But because you got the +1, it is a d6 plus 3.
No, I think it should be +2 because the original mace was +1.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Sorry, I thought the +2 was the, okay, sorry.
So,
That's my bad.
sorry about that. No,
Sorry.
no, it's my bad. I was the idiot.
I was looking forward to a nice stroll. I was hoping to...
Hey!
Max damage, 8 damage. Okay, you managed to clock... Oh wait, disadvantage with that 15. Sorry, I forgot.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, roll. Sorry, I forgot that was a disadvantage. So d20 plus 2 again,
Okay.
just to see if
Wait,
you hit. Basically, it should have been a disadvantage. So to hit it,
No. No, I do understand, but the I don't know why I put you said +2 for strength, but my strength is +1, or is that just because the mace?
it's because of the mace.
Okay, thank you. I just want to double check.
No worries.
Can't you tell I've never used the mace?
7. No, it missed.
No.
Oh, that damage would have been nice. You swing again, and you think you hit something. You feel something crack, but you found you just smacked a stone.
Wow, thanks.
Alright, at that point, okay, so Liam is sort of getting close. You hear the noise is coming in there. And at that point as well, all of you in the cave, you hear one of the gnolls go... And the gnolls that were at the back, the lot of them, are all going to try book it. Every single one of them. Well, I can tell you right now, one of them is... Oh wait, you used your thing to do the retaliation.
I killed one of them, yes.
So you
One of
don't
them's
have
dead.
your attack retaliation. In fact, yeah, they're all actually 10 feet away from the distance, so they're all making a beeline.
You bunch of cowards.
Well, no, because of that, in fact, I will tell you right now, the main reason for it, Topaz, you're able to at least determine that the main reason for it is because you and Deezen have come down to collect gnoll fur during your time, so apparently they recognized you. So to avoid their skin being pelted, they booked it. And unfortunately, the giant half-orc beheading one does not help.
Well, to be fair, I also sliced one in half if I remember correctly.
True, but that also added to the fear, so yeah, that's kind of it. So, right now, they're all making a beeline from it. So, Liam, you're arrived at the top of the cave. You see Zelion there with the wind, but you two, because of the wind, Liam and Zelion, you both have no idea the fight's over yet. Because it's a
did the wind
it's
scare
a
them off at least?
Nope.
No, but caves have echo.
They do, but you're able to well, you don't know that. Alright, I'll say for the sake of the levity, just because to push things, because we shouldn't really have been doing this yet, but oh well. Okay.
You're welcome.
Alright. I'll say at this point, everything's gone down... sorry, rephrase this. the fighting seems to be over. They've all run off. And Goldie, in the dark, you're able to feel, and you feel the hands of both Topaz and Magnus.
I swing, but I'm trying to hit them with the mace because I was so shit scared with the fucking nose.
All right, roll an attack.
You're hitting me, bitch.
Roll an attack if you want, then Goldie. So
You're
if you.
not hitting me.
All right, yeah. You two see Goldie just swing with a mace. So Goldie, roll your d20 plus 2 twice again. Let's do disadvantage. Bless you. Nat 1. Don't bother. You swing around and you fall flat on your face again.
You're not hitting me.
Yeah.
I'm picking up Goldie.
All right, you pick up Goldie. So Goldie, you just feel something pick you up.
I struggle. No, you're not hitting me.
Quiet you.
And at this point,
Calm
point,
yourself, Missy.
at this point, by the way, Goldie, you remember that gnolls do not speak English. They only speak in growls.
Magnus?
Hello.
Oh, thank God, it's you.
Do I need to roll a strength check for this, or?
Yeah, you are picking up a dragonborn in armor after all.
I'm thinking I won
Yeah.
that.
21, yeah. Alright, so I'll say in the case. So Magnus, how are you picking her up?
Just underneath my arm, like you would a child.
Okay. So Goldie, you just feel yourself being picked up by the arm.
No, like underneath my arm, like holding her like under my arm.
Oh right, okay, sorry.
Magnus, I'm so glad it's you.
Yeah, I also killed one of them. By the way, you're welcome.
Honestly, that was scary.
Gee, you think?
I was trying to look for treasure. But
Yeah, I
there's
don't think there's treasure down there. I think it's more death to you.
By the way, at that point, all three of you now hear the howling wind coming down the tunnel.
Oh no.
Is everything okay down there?
Unfortunately, Liam, because of the howling wind, no sound can travel through it, so it's a deafened.
Oh.
So right now, Zelion, all you're seeing is the noise from Liam, but because of your wind, it doesn't carry on. So all you hear from yourself now is just the wind.
Well,
What the?
Huh? Wait, what? Wait, what? What the hell?
what?
Sorry, time out. Sorry, my internet just closed itself down.
Oh,
No,
dear.
I know that. I have that.
You're still fine.
Okay. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. For some reason, my Chrome decided to shut down.
Did the browser close down on its own?
Yeah. It
Huh.
just.
Weird.
All right. Carry on, guys. Sorry. Didn't mean to.
I'm going to
Alright.
send in my Steel Defender just in case,
Yeah.
and I try to get them out.
Okay.
Like, come on, this way.
Okay.
Wait,
I keep.
was-
I keep the wind up as I walk down the tunnel, hoping to scare off whoever's in there, whatever's in there with the noise that the wind makes.
I turn to Topaz. Topaz, are you here as well?
Yes, I'm here.
No, I think. Sorry, she was referring to. Can you hear the noise? Sorry.
Nice.
You just hear the wind howling louder and louder as it's coming towards you. And eventually, after a few feet, you then see Zelion and a silver robot thing just coming down the tunnel. To Goldie, on the other hand, don't see anything. All you hear is the wind.
Yep, just wind.
Yeah. Okay. I see the others in the dark, and I just dispel my wind.
Okay. The wind just silences at that point.
You guys are alive, thank goodness. Okay, be honest. Did the wind scare off whatever's in there?
No, we just killed a couple of them. That scared them off.
I look around to see what the heck they killed.
You just see the sight of two gnolls lying on the ground, one with its head chopped off and the other cut right through the middle of it also.
Oh, yeah, I remember those things. We should leave now.
Why? I already killed one of them.
We're leaving now before they get their friends. And there may
There are
not
only
be
14 of them. We're fine. Well, they're not. There are 13 of them. There were 15 originally. They know not to mess with us.
Yeah.
I also heard a river down there.
Okay. Well, how about this? We'll explore this place later. Right now, we've got a sick halfling, and we need to get to the next town.
Agreed.
Yes, she's right.
Magnus, could you put me down, please?
Yeah, no, I'm not letting you get in any more trouble. I'm grabbing my I'm gonna talk to Azeron quickly, see if she's regained any strength.
Oh, okay. All of you watch at this point, except for Liam, who's still at the top there. Well, Topaz, this is the first time that you've seen this. You watch as Magnus is clutching the blue shard around his neck. Magnus, what are you trying to say to Azarine?
Rested any? Have you rested any, or you still need more rest? Because we have a situation up here.
What is your situation exactly?
We found one of Trilly's family members, and he is deathly ill. We need to get him to the nearest village as fast as possible.
I see. I think I might have enough. Where are you wishing to go?
I look at Topaz. Where's the nearest place again? Where's the fist place thing?
It's in Creo.
We're going to Creo.
Creo. Yeah, that was the place that some of your crew was heading to, if I recall.
It is, yes.
Oh, Heidi's here.
So she is. We see her in the thing. She's just trying to join the call, I believe. Oh, there we go.
No,
I
I'm
see her.
already in the call.
Hey Heidi, how you doing?
It was averted, luckily, but I'm tired, more or less.
No worries. Alright, well, to give you the running up to speed, Heidi, just to give it here, the crew in the spaces of starting this session have gone nowhere, and Goldie accidentally disturbed a den of 15 gnolls.
Oh, great.
However...
God damn it, Goldie.
They're dead. Half of them are dead.
Not half of them, just two. But Magnus and Topaz getting the nat 20 and cleaving one in half, the other 13 have all scurried off.
That's because they were about to piss on that's because they were about to piss on themselves.
I think...
In other words, I didn't miss much. Okay.
Not too
And
much.
of course, I was such a massive help.
Yeah.
You did,
Actually.
10
you
feet.
did miss me cutting a Knoll's head off with one stroke.
All right.
The first thing I rolled was a nat 20. That was awesome.
All right. So you all make oh, sorry. Are you speaking Azrain? Yeah. Azrain at this point goes, I might have enough energy to get me there, but it might take me longer to recharge if we do this.
I look at Topaz. How long would it take us to get there on foot or by that cart?
Okay. Oh yeah. I'll say. Sorry, I should have explained that. Topaz, if you're going by foot at this point, getting to Creo at this scenario will give you at least a day's travel by foot.
Okay.
And how long would it take to fly there?
I'll say based on the distance, I'll say maybe about an hour and a half at best.
It's worth it.
Oh no, we're gonna scare people if we do this.
We'll land outside the city. We'll be fine.
Remember what? Okay. I don't know what you guys went through, but I remember going over those mountains.
By the way, at this point, I'm presuming you're walking
Yeah, we
and talk. I presume you're walking and talking. By the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
actually gonna mention. Actually, I'm gonna mention that I mentioned this to Magnus in the Orcish language.
Okay.
Okay.
So just there. All right. So while this is going on, all this is going on there. Liam, you see the group arrive back. Trilly, with your brother there. Verdant just sort of reaches out and grabs your hand, holds on to it just gently, and you can feel that there's barely any warmth in his hand at all. And he just looks at you for a moment and goes, "Where have you been this whole time?"
Save your strength. I'll tell you everything later.
But I looked everywhere for you. I'm just glad you're alive.
I'm glad you're alive too. I'm sorry if I worried you.
Oh, don't be. To be honest, though, Her Highness was so worried about you. She even came over to look for you. We didn't hear any wording at all from either. We got worried.
I've seen her. So I've run into her already.
You've seen Queen Tits.
We need to book it now.
Alright, yeah, you guys have all made it back to the cart at this point. So, Magnus, you said to Azarine it's worth it.
It's worth it.
Alright, so so at this point, all of you
300% certain.
Alright.
Let's do this.
All of you at this point, you watch as Magnus just clutches the shard. And Topaz, for the first time ever, you watch as... Okay, you got Spare of the Dying on there, Trip. I saw that. Okay. So you all watch as Magnus, you hold your shard out, and out, in full adult form, instantly, comes Azarine, the blue dragon. Just flies out, flies around you, and lands right next to you. So, Topaz, you see before you a 12-foot long blue dragon for the first time.
Wow.
Oh, right. Introductions. Topaz, Azarine, Topaz.
Azarine just looks down at you for a moment, Topaz, and just sort of gives a gentle nod. Charmed.
Right.
I also nod back to him.
All right. So Topaz is not right. So at this point, Azarine just looks around just briefly and goes, "So, where is the figure?"
I point over towards Trilly.
All right. So Trilly, you just watch as Azarine just charges straight towards you, Trip and Ursula.
I'm gonna move out of the way.
All right. So Azarine lands about here, looks over your shoulder, Trilly, and goes, "Is this the one?"
I'm gonna move back over to where the cart is.
Okay. All right.
I'm going over to Anastasia.
All right.
And I look at Azarine, and I look at the dragon Azarine, and I say, and I point down to Trilly's brother, saying, "This is the one that needs our help."
He does look like he's in need of some major help. All right. If we're going to Creo, I should be able to carry two of you as well as the small halfling. But it's the best I can do with my strength right now, so... Who's flying?
Trilly, you're with me. We're bringing your brother, so let's go. If anyone can get us to those gates, those muscle band idiots, it's going to be me.
Well, I guess the rest of us will be traveling on foot then.
I'll see you tomorrow.
See you.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay, so confirmation... Oh, yes.
We'll be able to make it through the gates without me.
I mean, we're already on the other side of the gate.
Well, you still need to get in the city.
I have a rank.
Just remember, Creo is the fun side of the capital. Velvet is the war one. Just so you can remember.
I can make this work.
All right. So confirmation: who's riding Azarine?
Magnus.
Magnus is, and you cut the halfling there. Is anyone else traveling?
I'm going with Trillica as well.
Trilly, is that 100%?
And Trilly would be the more logical choice for me.
And
I would have to be in agreement. Because this is her brother we're talking about.
Yeah, Trilly's not leaving his side.
Okay. So at that point, Azarine scoops you three up on the back, and in quick succession, at that point, Azarine looks over at you, Topaz, for a moment and goes, I can smell the scent of the crystal gleam off of you. Do not worry about directions. I know where I am going, but I appreciate your scent.
Thank you.
And with that, a large gust of wind as his wings jet, and he begins his ascension and flies off in this direction here. The rest of you, I'll assume you guys are setting up the cart, right?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Oh yeah. Because he flew off, everyone else on the ground, make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Dexterity save.
Dexter.
Wait. Did you say save? Sorry.
Save.
Save. Okay, it's a saving throw.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Trip with a 7, Liam with a 5, Topaz with a 16, Ursula with a 21, Zelion with a 22. Wow. Okay.
I don't think anyone's
Go, Caitlin! How are you doing that?
I don't know. I really don't know.
How many nat 20s have you pulled this session?
I don't
Three.
know.
That's a good one.
wait, 3?
She's pulled
Yeah.
3.
I pulled 3.
Son of a bitch.
I know. Right, so... Okay, so Goldie, Zelion, Ursula, and Topaz, barely, you're able to brace yourself as the wind of the wings just begins to push you back a little. As for Liam and Trip, you both don't successfully save it, and you end up flying backwards a little in your quick unsuccession, and you both take... just 3 points of force damage as you're pushed to the ground. Not much, but it could have been worse.
Ursula's just gonna look off where Azarine has flown off, and I'm like, well, best get moving, otherwise we'll never catch up with them.
Agreed. I'm going to test my weight on this cart and climb up to the driver's seat.
You climb up.
Well, on the plus side, you don't have a heavy half work.
True.
Slowing it down. So it should
Okay.
hold you guys.
Okay, is it holding my weight all right?
Seems okay.
All right. Seems fine so far.
Alright, I'll climb onto the cart next.
Right, I'm just moving these two out of the way so I know not to factor these two into the account. Okay. So Ursula, you're going to climb up on the front as well?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
sit next to Zelion.
Okay.
Alright.
There's a slight little noise, but nothing of a dangerous level.
Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe it's best if we. All right. Anybody else want to test their luck, or should we just get going?
Yep, I'm getting on it.
Okay. Is it just you, or is it your steel warrior too?
Oh, my steel defender is also going.
Okay. If it sounds like it's gonna break, get off immediately.
Oh wait, is it the wagon?
I wonder if it can support my weight.
Well, it's fine so far.
You can see Trip like I don't like this.
All right, Trip,
I don't like
Trip, are you taking the seat?
No.
All right.
Trip too chunky.
All right. Snap!
There.
Sorry, but the armor-wearing Furbolg was the tipping point.
So it broke. So
Yeah,
it broke
so
before I got on.
Yeah, afraid so.
But wait, Trip said she didn't get on, right?
Oh wait, did you get on or not?
Not. Trip didn't
Sorry,
trust it.
I misheard it. I'm sorry. I misheard with everything else. I got talking to Mum. Everyone else is climbing on the car. Magnus and Trilly have gone off there. Alright, so Topaz, you're on. It's still fine. But it's sort of beginning to make noises.
Okay, I think this should be enough weight for now. Let's just get to the next town. Everybody who's out of the cart can walk alongside it.
Oh, I have an idea.
Oh?
Okay. Oh. All right.
I mean, it might not work, but hey,
What are you up to, Goldie?
Goldie, don't do anything stupid.
this is me we're talking about. I'm the pinnacle of stupidity.
It's going to be really stupid.
Says
It's gonna be stupid.
Gonna be stupid.
Says the cleric.
Alright, I'm gonna use my 10 bag of tricks.
Oh! You're using the bag of tricks!
Yeah.
Oh, Oh, I know what she's doing. She's trying to call for help.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so...
Yeah, I have a horse.
Alright, yeah, she's trying to do this to summon some more help. Alright, I have to get the item back up again. Oh, there we go. Okay. So you have the tan bag. Alright, so... all of you, Notch, familiar to most of you, except to Liam and Topaz. You watch as Goldie puts her hand into a tan-colored bag. Goldie, roll the D8.
Hashtag Goldie shenanigans.
Just a D8 on its own.
Please, 4.
A 4. Ooh, okay.
I got that speak.
You've got an axe beak. Let me find
What now?
an axe beak. I am looking this up.
It's one of those terror birds.
Yeah, it's an ostrich type.
Yeah. So you basically now watch as Goldie pulls out a small brown-colored orb, I believe. Let me double check. I need to double check exactly the description of a axe beak. 317 on. Let's get a book. A book look.
God damn it, Chris.
I know. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you watch as this heavy black-winged creature pops out of this black orb that she pulls out, and it transforms into a 3-foot-tall, large, flightless bird. And it just tends to, and as it came out, it just sort of gives this...
Ploops. I
am looking at this thing, wondering what the heck it is.
And Ursula is trying to stifle snickering.
Goldie, I'm almost afraid to ask, but what are you going to use the ostrich thing for?
It's an axe beak.
Hey, axe beak. What are you going to use the axe beak for then?
To help pull the cart faster.
It just it turns to you, Goldie, and just sort of...
Oh, I'm gonna use in fact, I'm gonna use to make it, to tempt it, I'm gonna tempt it a little bit. I'm going to use create food and water and give it some food.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? I'll say for the sake of this, because it's already loyal when you do it, I'll say it's actually looking at you with this sort of... and just looks like it's actually willing to do whatever you ask it.
Really
Is it giving that feed me look?
It's right now after eating, it's now sort of doing that sort of playful puppy style look where it's just sort of pacing on the ground like... and it
Good job, boy. Plus, axe beaks are pretty fast. I think they're about as fast as horses. And having Anastasia and Hoop Loops pulling the cart together, I say we'll get there a lot faster.
Hoop Loops.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta say this. I am now dead.
All right. While they're doing the revive.
Are we calling
Yes.
Hoop Loops?
Yes, Trip.
Was one of us not going to the other city? What was it again?
Velvet?
She doesn't know the name.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Was Velvet,
Yeah,
but,
Velvet. Yeah.
Trip doesn't remember right now because I felt like it.
I'll say based on the knowledge you remember that Liam, Goldie, and Magnus were the ones who were going to go to Velvet.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, she's just trying to confirm. Like, shouldn't still a few of us go that way?
Right, I can go that way with Hoop Loops. I mean, I have my faithful bird. What's the worst that could happen?
It starts eating the grass.
I now look at the
don't
bird
know
with a
about
sweat
this.
drop.
I don't know about this, Goldie. Honestly, we should probably go check on Magnus and Trilly first before we even decide anything else from this point. I say we should head back. We should follow them over to Creo.
Alright. Wait, Liam, you can make ropes, right?
No.
Or didn't you have a pair of ropes on you?
Yes.
Can I use it so we can tie it to so we can tie the cart to Hoop Loops?
Ursula's just in the background snickering.
I am trying my best not to laugh. I am also 70% Ursula trying my best not to bust out laughing.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to keep a straight face myself.
Okay.
I only have about 50 feet, so that's probably not going to cut it.
It looks over at you, Liam, for a moment, and at this point, the X-Beak walks over to you. And it just sort of looks at you for a moment with a tilted head, like...
Right.
It begins pecking at the rope. But then it looks back at you, Goldie, for the food, otherwise it's just like...
I give him food.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say it was good food. And then it just sort of walks to the front of the cart and stands next to Anastasia and just looks at the horse with a... Anastasia at that point just sort of tenses up.
I try to calm her with reassuring words in Elvish. They're there.
By any chance, is Anastasia afraid that this bird's gonna peck on her?
That's pretty much what the tenseness means, yes. But I'll say because of Del being there, for Zelion being there, it's calmed it down to a point. So I need to know what you guys are doing. We need to push this.
Off to Creo.
Okay, we're heading up to Creo. Yep.
Trip's going to Creo.
All right. Are you all going?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So I presume the plan is still tying up Hoop Loops. I can't believe
You're trying to keep a straight face yourself.
yes. I'm like, we've got some of these wonderful names for pets. Anastasia. We have Ursaline the Fur Dragon. Then a frickin' cereal for a bird.
Chris, I have to do this just once.
Fuck you. All right. Anyway.
One of your nutritious cereal.
Okay.
Moving on.
Yes. So you tie up Hoop Loops to the cart, and with that, I'll say you're able to move your cart on a gentle pace there. And yes, it will take a day's travel to get there. But unless you guys are you guys going straight on? Are you taking a break along the travel?
We'll take a break along the travel.
Okay. Well,
Because Trip is walking.
all right. So Trip is walking. Everyone else is in the cart. Goldie, are you in the cart as well or not?
Is Zillion riding Anastasia?
No, I'm in the passenger seat of the No, I'm in the driver's seat of the thing. I'm the one guiding them. I have the reins.
Alright, I'm gonna walk alongside Hoop Loops.
That was
Because
actually...
I don't want to risk breaking the fucking cart.
That was a good move, I'll tell you that much now.
Thank you.
Nearly tipped the limit, I'll tell you that much now. Alright.
Yeah, I don't want to break the cart.
So, I'll say for the sake of speeding things up in this scenario, everyone who's walking, you can jot down your long rest. We will come back to you guys joining up, but you guys can all get your long rest. As for Magnus and Trilly, we're now going on, and I actually get to bust this map out finally. Alright, so please excuse me while I just have to move this to another map for just a minute because I have too many maps. So I'm just going to move this to the next one. We're going to move it over to Creo. Alright, tell me if you guys have the map.
We do.
Alright, so
Ooh, it's pretty.
I'm glad you like it. I worked hard on making this in.
Ooh.
I worked hard on Town Maker.
Oh, the grove. I want to have a look at the grove.
Well, we'll get to that later.
That's beautiful.
Alright, so at this scenario. Okay. Get my notes quickly. Yes, okay. So, Magnus, Trilly, and the out-cold halfling. Sorry, please excuse me. I had a brief moment there. Okay, there we go. Let's get this music playing. There we go. Ooh. There's the track. Alright, so you riding on Azarine get close to the city. As you do so, you see a large fire in the middle, and it's extending to what looks like about 15 feet tall in the center. You do see a wall that's decorated around it, and on the northern area you see what looks like farming areas on the northern side. Do you guys continue closer on Azarine, or how close do you set down?
We sat down about a mile outside the gate.
Okay, so which gate are you going in through? The east, the west, or the southern?
Which are we closer to?
From your direction, it's the eastern, but that's where most of the buildings are, so you may have more chance to be spotted.
I say we sit down probably near the farmland.
Okay. Alright. I'll say do that. You know what? Make a stealth check for your dragon. So, D20 plus 6. I still need to give you guys your dragon stats in all this. I really need to do that at some point.
You did D20 plus 6?
Yes.
25.
25, yep. You believe you very carefully land in what looks like a rural bit of forest outside of the city. You have a very good hunch that no one has seen you land. Azarine at this point looks over at you and goes, "With all due respect, I think I'm gonna go rest."
Yeah, you'd rest. Thank you for getting us here so quickly.
Thank you, Azarine.
My pleasure. Just make sure you get the help needed. And with that, you watch as he shrinks in size and then jets back into the shard. And at that point, you guys are approximately about up here. So, I'll say for the sake of it, we just have this as a visual. We can, because you guys are the closest, it's just you two for now. So, you guys, I presume you're making your way straight to the entrance?
Yeah.
Okay, so who's carrying the little body, by the way?
Well, Trilly isn't very strong, so Magnus?
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, so I'll say because of the size, effortlessly. So, making your way to the eastern entrance, you see what looks like outside, you see the sight of 4 guards, 2 on each side. They're all decorated in what looks like a beautiful silver breastplated armor with green sleeves sticking out of it. And the weird part about them is their helmets on the top. They seem to have what looks like two streams that come off the top in what looks like rainbow-style colors. You can tell that this place is, where it's just as serious, it's just as fun in its remarks. And as you approach, one of the guards comes up to you and goes, "Halt! Who approaches Creo, the entertainment capital?" Well, speak up.
Truly Thistleweight, Verdant Thistleweight, we need a healer
Wait a
quickly.
minute. Sorry, I had an important phone call about a job, so.
Oh, sorry, Chopper.
No, you guys are good. Just give me a minute.
All right. So it's down to Trilly now. So he goes, all right. You said your name is Trilly Thistleweight, yes?
Yes.
And what brings your companions down to Creo?
My brother has been poisoned. We're looking for a healer. Please. It's urgent.
May we have a look at him?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So the guard approaches you at this point, and you see that the guard that is looking over you is a half orcish male with green skin and two broken tusks on the bottom of his teeth. He comes up to you with a sword with his sword back being sheathed, because they normally have them out normally, and he looks over the body, and he sort of looks and goes, "Ah, I have seen this type of poisoning before. It's known as the chilled. It is normally a poison that is used from the frozen flowers of the southern mountains. You definitely need some... Sorry, Aaron.
Do you have anyone in the city that can cure it?
I presume this is your first time encountering the chilled.
Yes.
Do not worry. We have many people who suffer around that, normally during the Festive of the Fist, but we have a few people in the city who can help out. Some that recover some magical aid, and some that can provide some medicine aid. We should be able to get your friend rested up and ready to go.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Please, Creo is a haven for all those who wish to come by. We do not bear ill, but as long as you are willing to abide by the rules, you are welcome to come in. Please, I only ask that in exchange for this, you allow one of our guards to escort you to the proper facilities. Please do not be alarmed, but the chilled is known to cause some numbness, and we figured more hands make lighter work.
Like I said, I've never been to Korea before, so someone to show me where to go would be really helpful. Thank you.
No problem. If you mind my asking, just before we go in, if you've never been to Creo before, how do you know of our city, if you mind my asking?
On the way here, we run into a tabaxi who's very familiar with the city. She was the one who recommended a healer here.
A tabaxi? What was her name?
A topaz lightning.
You look as all the guards just look at each other, and they all give a smirk, going, "Ah, I should have known it was Topaz. Yes, her mentor did say that she was out and about with some travelers. He came by literally about a couple of hours ago, ironically enough. He said to be alert for you, but I don't see her around. Is everything all right?"
We were worried for my brother's health. We went on ahead.
If I might, sorry, I'm back by the way.
Oh, welcome back.
Alright, so we're talking to the guards on
Yes.
the east entrance, right?
Yes, you're up here. So at the minute, just to explain, Chopper, just so you know, they're willing to let you in the city because they recognize the condition that Verdant has. It's called the Chilled, and they're willing to let you guys into the city with a guard escorting you just because of some side effects and more hands make light work. But they're wondering where Topaz is because Trilly's mentioned the name.
Topaz, unfortunately, we had to use a spell in order to get here. So we had, but it can only use 3 people. So unfortunately, we couldn't bring Topaz with us. Topaz is about a day's travel away back down the road.
I see. Well, that is fair enough. I do trust the word of one of a half-orc and also a halfling in trouble for a family. So if you'll be so kind, one of my guards will escort you to one of the places in need. But I need to ask, were you looking for medical help or magic help?
What is the chill? Since I've never encountered this in my travels.
The chilled it's a special type of poisoning that only certain magical wielders can make. It uses a special flower from the southern mountains known as the Shiva's Kiss. It's a very rare flower, but it blooms there every so often. It's said that
So this poison is magic based.
It is, but with some help with our know things, some of our medical experts within Creo are able to heal it. But some are willing to do it for a price, while some prefer to do the magic route. But though cheaper, it doesn't always quite work.
Price isn't an option at this point. Price is no object in this point. Let's go.
Very well. In which case, he just claps his hands, and you watch as a rather stoic-looking sort of human comes up, and he sort of gives a salute to the half-orc who's there and goes, "Will you please escort these 3 into the city? They have no money quarrels, so take them to the best medical help they can find within Creo." Of course, sir. Thank you. Will you 3 please follow me inside?
Yep.
I'm going to ask the half-orc what his name is. Remind me what your name is again.
My name?
Yeah.
Sorry, I realize I have not properly introduced, because you have all done it. By the way, if I understand, she's Trilly and that's her brother. What's your name, good sir?
Magnus.
Magnus, a pleasure to meet you. My name is Stowett.
If it helps for you to know, I am a general in the Grand. I am a general of the elements.
The elements? Well, haven't heard.
I point to the sun on my chest. I was the founder and leader of them.
I'll admit I haven't heard that name in quite some time. But then again, we're more peace-loving than war side of things. But I have heard the name once before. I apologize if I don't seem to recognize your naming as much. Please excuse me.
It's been a while since It was been a while. I basically was forced out of retirement.
Well, that's fair enough. Anyway, Richard, will you please escort them into the city? Of course. Magnus, Trilly, will you please follow me inside?
Okay.
Double time it.
All right, so you make your way into the city past the gates, and as you do so, you see that the entire of the streets, you see people are busy sort of hanging up mini sort of decorations. By what you can tell, they are getting ready for the Festival of the Fist. And you see them holding up you see them posting up like the equivalent of like, like how most times in like festivals and parties, you see like those small triangles that hang from a string.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're hanging up some of those types of ones, and you see they are decorated in the sequence of brown, red, green, and white. And they're decorated all along all the housetop rooftops, and they're all connected along as you make your way through the suburban area called the Twilight Side. It's called the Twilight Side mainly because that most of the houses are all decorated in a mixture of a black and white and grayish type tone that give off the sort of night style theme. And he leads you in towards the center square. And he sort of looks, Richard at this point turns to you and looks at you and goes, "So, if I heard correctly, money is not an option to help your friend."
Not at the moment, no.
Very well. Then I believe the best place I think I can take you right now is, I think it's best if I take you to, I'm a little worried to bring this one up because she is, she's a little crazy, but she's very good at her work. Her name is, well, we call her, Madam Fingers.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all.
I'm sorry, Lena. No, she's called Madam Fingers because when apparently she touches something or anything she works on comes out incredibly well, but it tends to be, well, pricey by what her standard is.
What's her standard?
Her standard is, well, she costs roughly about sort of 50 gold to somewhere to about 300, depending on the certain situation.
Not a problem.
Magnus
Let's go
chuckles.
and place you then.
All right, this way. So he leads you down this alleyway towards the guard bunkers, and a small shop just about here. You find yourself standing in front of a small, what looks like a small cottage-like. It's sort of got the straw-style top to it, but you see a small puff of white smoke coming out of the chimney, and you see the door is decorated with what looks like ivy and moss sort of sticking on it. It looks like this place has been around for quite some time, but it also looks like no one has really bothered to fix up the place.
Oh my god.
And outside,
let's
and
go.
also, sorry, just one thing to mention, there is a sign on the front. It just says Madam Fingers.
I don't know why I get chills every time I hear that name. It's weird to me.
I'm sorry for laughing. It just strikes me so freaking funny.
I knew that would get a laugh out of someone. All right. So Richard, at this point, he turns to you and goes, "If it's all right with you, I will wait outside for you to all finish your business. If that's all right with you."
Yeah, let's just go.
Yeah, fine.
All right. So you guys are entering.
Yeah.
All right. As you enter the building, you suddenly die. No. No, not like that.
Huzzah!
No.
We're all they're all dead. Good night, everybody. We're done.
No. So, as you enter this cottage, as you push the door, you hear a little ding-a-ling-a-ling, and you look and you see there's like a wind chime as you enter. Mostly to you. Yes? Oh, what was that?
No, sorry, I have a cat problem. So I'm like, nope.
Oh, right. Sorry. I thought you were like, no brownie, no wind chimes.
No, go ahead. You can continue. Sorry.
Come on, what's wrong with wind chimes?
Nothing's wrong with wind chimes.
They're very nice. Anyway, as you enter, you see a cloaked old woman sitting on a desk. And she's actually sitting on the actual counter, and she's reading what looks like a large book. And she looks up as you enter. And you see also as well, dotted around the sides, you see what looks like as if you've entered some kind of library. But you also see above all of like the books and things, there's like different symbols and stuff like that. You'd have to have a proper look around if you want to see them all. But over in the corner, there looks like a large black cauldron. And jetted in the corner are two glass cabinets decorated with different vials of things. The cloaked woman on the counter sees you both enter, and you watch as she slowly gets up off the counter and stands there, slamming the book, and a large puff of dust comes off it, blows into her face, and you see her just go, "Welcome to Madam Fingers."
I want to see this woman. I want to see this woman. I really want to see this woman.
And at this point, as the dust blows back, she sort of waves a cloak back. She pulls it back, and you see what looks like... the best way to describe it is you see a rather old-looking female woman, sort of warts decorating on her cheeks in sort of different places. And you see she has hazel-colored eyes and what looks like a string of blonde hair that's gone grey on the tips, jetting out from the front, almost covering her eyes. And she sort of gets up and pulls the cloak back a little, and you see that she is sort of decorated in what looks like sort of the decoration of rags. But the cloak is what looks like the smartest thing of her. And she sort of gets up a little more and just walks to you and goes, "How may I be of assistance?"
My brother is apparently been poisoned with the chill.
A little poison.
Please, I need you to help him.
The chilled, I say. That is a rather serious situation. Please, will you place him on the counter so may I have a proper look at him? I can determine his effects of it, and I can see how strong I need to acquire my aid. Sorry, I apologize if my voice is quiet. Can you actually hear it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can hear it.
Just had to make sure, sorry. So yeah, so she sort of ushers a bit to the side and puts her hand sort of towards the counter as if she's asking you to place your brother on the counter. Do you choose to do so?
Yeah.
Alright, so Magnus, as you're the one carrying, you place the body there, and you watch, as soon as the body hits the counter, she rushes to the other side of the counter as fast as she goes, with sort of the equivalent of her legs being shimmied under the cloak, and she puts her head under the desk and pulls out what looks like a load of sort of utensils. She begins sort of looking at the face as best she can, and she sort of places like the hand on there, and so she does like sort of doctoring style stuff. That's the best way I could just describe it. And then she sort of looks over and goes, oh my, it appears you got to him just about in time. I would say another 4 days of this effect, and chances are he would have turned to ice.
Turn to ice?
Yes, the chilled. I presume you have never heard of our condition before.
No.
And neither have you, Element God?
You've heard of us.
I recognize the symbol. One of your old members used to be around here. We don't talk about him much, but
Who?
That is a tale for another time, if you do not mind.
Very well. After this, you're telling me everything you know.
I will be happy to do so, for a price.
Everything's negotiable.
But yes, the chilled is a very serious condition. The people who mostly acquire this are either mages who acquire to master ice and elements among the cold, in order to harness its power, generating it into a form of glacial devastation, but using the form of potions like what your, is he your friend, or?
He's my brother.
Your brother. Apologies. The state of your brother here. If he has been ingested with this concoction, and after 3 weeks, or approximately that long, his body will turn to snow, and thus be left to the winds of nature.
I want to learn that ability.
You would.
But that's not the case of this. If you had just taken a little while longer, chances are he would have been turned into a glacial mess, and chances are your brother, well, let's just say you would have had a nice statue of him in another form.
Alright. I gotta ask, how much would it cost to cure this?
Based on his condition... let me see. Let me double check my supplies, if you don't mind. And she sort of scoots around the counter, goes towards the cauldron. She sort of begins sort of rummaging through the... oh, no, it's Goldie. She begins to rummage through the cabinets at this point, and she looks and goes, let's see, yes, I appear to have everything here to replace all this for the next sign of the chilled. It will be 250 gold in order to recover your friend. Some of this stuff...
I slam it on the table.
Oh my! What happened to all prices are negotiable?
In this case, I'm not going to.
Oh, my music just turned up suddenly there. Alright. She sort of smirks a little and goes, it is true. There are some gentle souls within the army, it seems.
Yeah, some shit might have gone down. Anyway,
Very well. Now, it will take me some time to brew this concoction, so all I ask is that you at least give me about an hour. I should have your concoction ready to save your brother.
very well. Trilly, you stay here. I'm gonna go out and get some supplies. You need anything?
I'm fine.
Alright, I'm getting some supplies then.
Very well. Forgive me. What is your name, good sir, from the Element Gods?
Magnus,
Magnus.
leader of the elements.
Ah, yes. I do know of that name.
He raises an eyebrow. It's like, you're going to tell me everything you know later.
Oh, I can at least tell you a name now, because I think that is only fair. Is it not?
Very well. This seems fair.
Oh boy.
Now tell me, how many were in your platoon normally? Because if I recall, there were normally 4 that stood out as the highest, and there were those that were on the lower ranks.
True.
Well, you may not know his name because he was part of the lower ranks. His name, well, let's just say...
Can you tell me what element he was?
He was one of the unfortunate few who didn't get one. He actually snuck into your platoon.
What?
He saw all of you guys, he saw some of your soldiers leave Velvet. And, well, he was so desired to go and help out in the wars and battles and things, he chose to leave our fair city. He snuck away. The last hope we had was a letter saying, "I'm doing fine. Don't look for me." Then 3 weeks later, his body had returned to us by the forsaken curse of the Chilled.
What was his name? And where is his grave?
His grave is in the center of town, and his name was Gurgish.
Magnus walks out the door and goes straight to the center of town.
All right, so Richard at this point watches you and just sort of goes, hey, where you going? Where you going?
What?
You forgot. You just walked straight out of there in just a straight hurry. What's going on? What's your friend doing?
Bring me to the center of town. You stay here. I'm going to the center of town.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I just tell him it's an order?
Just a persuasion check. You are a visitor right now, more than a rank.
True. Alright. Persuasion is dead's rolled a 1d, just a straight roll.
Alright.
8.
He sort of stands firm a little and goes, "Please excuse my attitude, but I have to stick with you for the sake of my bosses. Please understand."
Honestly, I'd rather you protect the halflings.
You mean the 2 in there?
Yes.
Second,
All right.
If
All right. I'll give you 10 minutes. But 10
gonna
minutes.
take a lot longer than that.
Why?
I'm going to the memorial in the center of town. One of my members of my platoon is buried there.
You watch as his eyes widen a little bit and goes, "I should have known Madam Fingers wouldn't keep quiet for too long." Very well. Follow me. And he sort of begins to lead you, and you make your way into the center of town where the large fire is taking place, and in the center of the town, actually in the middle of the fire, you see at the very top of it, on top of a large column, is the symbol, is what looks like a statue of a figure holding a sword in one hand up high, and a shield standing right next to it, almost like he's lifting them up in proud praise. And you actually see that the figure actually has a mask on him.
Why does it have a Why does he have a mask on his face?
Gurgish was, well, he was seen as a hero for going off to fight in battle. But because the way he snuck away from everybody without even telling anyone, the mayor at the time decided to brand him a traitor. So they decided the only way to go about this was to give the hero a face that no one would know.
Wait, is the fire around the base of the...
The fire is going around it, and the tip of that fire is just touching the base of the statue.
Why is the fire around this? If this was a memorial, why is the fire around it?
It's kind of the way to symbolize the passion that he had for going off. In a way, it's kind of the town's way of saying that if anyone comes to visit Creo, it is their way to leave with a passion to return one day. He never did, so
this is an honor.
In a way, yes. The mayor said... to be specific, I don't know too many of the details. I just heard it from my granddad before he passed away at one point. Basically, he said that even though he was a traitor for leaving without telling anybody, even his own family, they felt it was honorable the way he wanted to go off and defend Creo, even from against the dangers. And, to be honest, his life was lost during the war on the Crystal Gleam Mountains.
That's where my son died.
Your son? I'm sorry. I know, I can at least attest that, well, I don't know too much on the details. I suppose your either best bet is checking with the army surpluses, or maybe even go checking on the mountain themselves to see exactly, but I wouldn't recommend the mountains yet. To be honest, they're kind of off limits until the festival's over anyway.
I was just gonna stare at the statue for a minute. It's like, he had the chilled, correct?
Yes, his body came back with the chilled, and just as we found the cure for it, we were too late to save him.
So there's no way to bring him back?
Sadly not. I mean, his body was turned to snow, so all we know is when he turned to snow, we tried to scoop up what we could, but his body melted away into the ground before we could have a chance to save him.
And here I was gonna buy a diamond.
Trust me, if anybody could have revived him with that, I think they would have done so. No offense to you, good sir.
It's fine. It's fine.
At that point, some of the people who are around the fire actually hear you close by and looking, and they turn in your direction. And then they just look back at the statue and just go back to that. Was there anything else you were willing to do?
I needed to talk to your mayor, if possible.
You wish to speak to Leader Argonaut?
There's something I should have done a long time ago that needs to be done now.
I can go and I could see what I can do, but I know he's busy getting ready for the festival, but I can see what I can do for you.
Just bring me to him. Won't take me more than a minute.
Okay. At this point, Richard goes off into the square and starts asking a few of the people, trying to sort of ask for information and stuff like that. He comes back 10 minutes later, and he says, okay, he was last seen towards the grove. We can go have a quick look over there.
Bring it. Alright.
Alright. So you make your way there. Just so you know, there's at least 40 minutes now at this point with what's been going on before the potion is supposedly ready. So at this point, you arrive at the grove, and there you see a smartly dressed looking figure, and he's busy pointing towards like the entrance of the wall that's over by the other entrance, and goes, No, it needs to be hung up a little higher. Trust me, each year must be raised higher and higher to make it seem like we get better with each year. We need to push this, otherwise we're gonna make Deason look like it's trouble, and we don't want that at all. And he turns around at you, coughing, and goes, Oh, hello there, I'm sorry, were you looking for me?
I was indeed.
And he sort of shuffles towards you, and there you see a male, orange-haired dwarf with a thick, curled sort of mustache around him, and thick hair goes around him, around his mouth. And basically, it's sort of the equivalent of, if anyone remembers the mouse from Tom and Jerry, it's basically that equivalent of hair where you can barely see his mouth.
Oh, like the ones that did the guitar one.
Yes, that one. Yeah, it's kind of the one for the quarter.
The stuttery guy.
That's the one.
Hambo.
Yeah, Hambo.
Oh,
Yeah, that type of.
Rambo.
That's the one.
Okay, I'm gonna say it now.
Boing.
Dead.
All right. At that point, he sort of shuffles towards, and you see that he's dressed up in a nice, fancy style suit. He is a little sort of on the plumpish style end, but you see him coming towards you, and he sort of gives a little tip of the small hats on him. He basically is the equivalent of what looks like a smartly dressed mayor. And he sort of shuffles towards you and goes, Oh, I heard, I was hearing through, some people that, you were looking for me. Please excuse my busyness, there. I am Lord Argano. I am the leader of this fair town.
Magnus, leader of the elements.
The elements?
See, you've heard of us.
Heard of you? With all due respect, I know that the traitor went to be a part of your platoon. Forgive my unjolliness, but what does an element guard come here for my town for?
I came here to help my friend get healed from the chilled.
His eyes widen. His eyes widen when you say the chilled, by the way. He goes, Oh!
It's not who you think it is. It's one of my party's brother.
Oh, well, at least it was a blessing to save there. Joy to the Crayo. Sorry, it's my blessing to that. But I presume, forgive me, that just surprised me.
I'm here to request something from you.
A request? What are you wishing to request, good sir? And he's looking a bit stern at you with his, eyebrow raised.
I request that the mask be removed from the memorial to one of my men.
He sort of puts his hands on his hips, kind of with a stern look, and goes, I understand it is the means for it, but I need to ask why you wish for this.
Because the battlefield where he died is also the battlefield where my son died. And I wish for the memorial to be a memorial to all who fell in the Crystal Gleam Mountains.
So
I put the picture of the guy in the chat.
So you wish for us to change how we've done this for so many years, to change it to mean the memorial for all
who died in battle, yes.
He sort of walks up to you a bit more, and despite his size, he looks up at you with this sort of stern look to him, and he sort of just goes, Why, I do understand the honor of a platoon and to your own son. All I ask is, let's actually, with all due respect to you, good sir, and Magnus, was it?
Indeed.
I actually know a little bit of you, actually.
And what do you know of me?
You were part of the platoon that went to go face the great wizard Diction back in the old days, and you lost your old crew at that battle, did you not?
Fun fact. Your information's a little bit off. I wasn't at that battle. By that point, I had retired.
So it was the next generation who took over.
Indeed.
Then I apologize for my misconcerns, good sir. We are basing this on what knowledge we had retrieved at the time when it all happened. But with all due respect to that, I understand why. You kind of wish to honor every single one who's fallen beyond your range, shall we say.
I think of it as a memorial to everyone who died defending this area.
Make a persuasion check.
Still a dead roll.
Yeah, you gotta roll pretty high. He sort of gives a sort of chuckle with a little bit like, I do understand where you're coming from, but with all due respect, within our town we have to honor what happens, and we have our own things we honor. Plus, the man who left, he chose to give his life, but he still was a traitor. We can't just give in to honoring the platoon that did, in a way.
You can't call a man who gave up everything a traitor. He left his friends, he left his family, he left his life behind to fight.
And that is why we honor with the fires.
The fires licking his boots, the mask on his face, covering up his true identity. How is that honor?
He sort of looks at you for a brief moment. And you believe honor to be those who show their face, correct?
I believe that honor is something that people earn no matter what they do. This person gave up his life. He gave up his home. He left to fight. He deserves something better.
You know something? You're right. Tell me, good sir, are you familiar with our festivities round here?
To be honest, I've only been down here once, and it wasn't during this.
So, you have no idea of the Festive of the Fist?
All I know is that it's a big brawl.
It is a competition that takes place over 3 days. How about a little wager, good sir?
And that is... Then what would this wager entail exactly?
You see, the one who comes out on top as the strongest is normally deemed as the one with the most respect, and some people would like to honor that person. If you enter the competition and come out up top, I will give you one free favor of your choice. And if you wish for us to honor that properly, we shall do so. But if you do not win, you do not question, and it stays as this until everything is truly fixed in our minds of our city. Do we have a deal?
I reach out my hand.
Oh, you truly are a good man, Magnus, to not back down from a fight. Seriously. I still wonder, though, if you would actually give Deason a run for his money.
Oh, by the way, there might be some dead gnolls in a mine about a day's walk from here. I killed them.
Wait, you killed all of them?
Before the rest ran away? You want to see what the weapon I used?
Well, as much as you're trying to intimidate me with a weapon, the Festive of the Fist actually does not involve weapons at all.
It's no ordinary weapon.
Oh, really?
I pull out my vorpal blade.
At that point...
I'm not going to fight him, I'm just showing it off.
At that point, when you bring it up, the whole town stops and looks in your direction. That's the vorpal blade.
It's the one I stole from the necromancer. Diction.
At that point, he sort of stumbles back. Oh, that's it. Gods! Gods! Gods!
Oh no.
Gods! He is wielding the blade of the traitor! Arrest this man!
What? Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
Karma's a bitch. Karma's a bitch.
I wish I could say otherwise. At that point, by the way, you see that 4 of them are beginning to converse on the area, and Richard is beginning to pull out his blade and walk towards you at this point. Argonaut at this point sort of waves his hands in the air, kind of like one of those small ones, like a small child begging for attention, but he's kind of doing it fiercely, like, Gods! This man is wielding the blade of the one who clave the Crystal Gleam Mountains! Get him! What are you doing?
Overreaction much?
Can I
Putting
dial
the
in
blade
right now?
away. Simple as that. I'm not going to fight the mayor.
Wait,
I'd rather not get kicked out of the city.
So, wait, you're just surrendering?
Again.
I'm surrendering.
All
Simple
right.
as that.
Okay, so are you still holding the blade, or what are you doing with it?
It's back in its sheath.
All right, at that point, one of them is actually going to try to grab the blade and yank it away as you're putting it away. So, are you going to let them...
I believe that's a reaction for a sentinel.
Yeah, are you actually going to fight back?
I'm just going to grab onto his wrist and not try and kick his ass.
Well, Sentinel, you have to make an attack back. It has to be a proper attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, unarmed strike.
You're actually... Okay! All right, let me get the stats of these guys.
D20 plus 7, so.
Oh, jeez.
That's strength, so.
I have a question.
I'm curious while he's rolling. Go ahead.
Why were these people overreacting to the blade itself?
Well, you'd have...
Culture.
Wait, grappling is...
Find out eventually.
Alright. Alright, in which case, you know what, Magnus? We'll do a strength contest. Your roll versus mine.
Alright, ready?
Alright. 1, 2, 3, go!
17.
The one that goes to grab for the blade, you notice him and grab his wrist, and you actually give him the unarmed strike. Are you actually giving him it?
I'm just gonna look at it and say, do you really want me to punch you in the face?
At that point, the guards, you actually now see there's another 3 running in your direction. At that point, Argonaut actually goes, where? At that point, he looks at you and goes, Magnus, where the hell did you grab that blade?
I picked it off Diction's dead body.
Diction's dead body? You mean the same wizard that lived waste to the Tabaxi tribe on our mountains?
And here's the fun fact. He's actually a necromancer. He's not a wizard.
And how the hell would you know that?
Because I've killed him twice.
And how do we know he's dead for good?
He isn't. The fact that we've killed him twice tells us he has other bodies everywhere.
Magnus, do me a favor.
Yes.
Make a perception check.
I believe that's a straight roll again. Not a +1. 12.
12. Okay. As you're looking around, some of the townspeople are sort of murmuring, but none of them are really paying much mind on this scenario here. By the way, at this point as well, Richard has begun running off in the other direction.
And where do you think you're going, Richard?
He's not even listening. He's just going.
I believe I'm gonna have to fight the head of the guards now. Fuck. So if I look down at the mayor, it's like, believe me, the only person that I think had this blade before your traitor, I believe his name was Carnage.
Carnage.
Ring a bell?
As a matter of fact, I do.
And who is this Carnage exactly? His ghost really seemed to want this blade back.
Carnage was the defender of the Temple of the Claw. He was our guardian. Why? What did you do to his ghost?
Nothing. He attacked me. I simply defended myself.
You struck a ghost?
I struck a ghost because he tried to eat us.
He was going back for his blade. He didn't care who had it.
I left something that's even more precious to me back there.
What's more precious than a blade that's capable of destroying people?
The original blade that I made when I was still a cadet.
And that fixes all fucking problems, does it?
Considering I killed Diction the first time with it, yes.
At this point, Argonaut at this point claps his hands again, and now you see coming towards you is another half-orc, and you vaguely recognize it. It is Deezen Ramage, and he's coming towards you. And you see tears in his eyes. And he goes,
all right.
He's actually going to make a strike at you with his blade. And as he does so, he's actually screaming, "You don't talk about my master like that!" And he's going to make a strike with his longsword. That is a 27.
That hits, obviously.
Alright. And you know what? Here, gonna bring out the dice for this. Okay, you take 11 points of slashing damage. And I need you to make a strength saving throw for me, please.
So I roll +7. So basically I just go 20.
Natural 20. Okay. So as you begin to feel your body begin to get heavy, with the idea of more guards jumping on you at this point, you manage to shake up and still stand. Deezen at this point looks at you and goes, "I will not have you desecrate his name by using the blade of the man I had a cherish to!"
Listen, I got this from a necromancer. I've had it for weeks. I had no idea where it came from. And honestly, I gotta say, your master seems like an honorable man. But right now, nothing can change the fact that he's gone. I'm sorry. I look at the Vorpal blade. I've used this blade to kill Diction the second time. I have no idea whether he'll be back, but I swear to you, when push comes to shove, I will kill him with this blade every single time if it takes.
Well,
to
by the way,
avenge your master.
On a side note, by the way, sorry to interrupt. Trilly, you're saying you don't know where Richard's going? As a matter of fact, yeah. Richard bursts through the door and looks at you.
Oh, boy.
This entire time, Trilly has just been sat on a chair, stool, whatever, by her brother's side, holding his hand, looking very upset and concerned.
Well, at this point, Richard is actually pulling his blade out and pointing it towards you and goes, "You are in cahoots with the man. What do you know?"
I swear to God, I only came over there to ask about a memorial.
I know.
You pulled the blade out. I'm sorry. That triggered it.
I pulled the blade out to basically say, this is the thing I killed the guy with. I think I can handle myself.
And none of you even thought about the idea of whether the guy wanted the blade back for good or evil. None of you questioned that. Anyway, so at this point, Argonaut at this point, by the way, Trilly, the guy's holding the sword against you. Do you resist?
Trilly's just going to move between her brother and him.
Oh. You are truly set on the figure you have there.
He's my brother. I'll defend him with my life.
He puts the sword away and he just stands in the door. He goes, "Until your comrade has been detained, you are not leaving this store."
I didn't do anything.
Trilly's just gonna counter with, "Until my brother is up and well, I'm not leaving his side."
Trilly, make a persuasion check. At this point, Magnus, while this is going on, the guards are sort of closing in on you, and Deez at this point is holding his blade at you and goes, "Just drop the sword and leave."
Not until my friend has been healed. Besides, your mayor and I have a deal to settle.
At this point, Argonaut looks at you and goes, "What deal?"
Don't you remember what happened? Don't you remember the handshake we shared just before you called all your guards on me? And you think I'm the honorable one.
At this point, he grabs both his hands and he spits in it. Why
Deal's a deal. I'm fighting your best man, and if I win, the memorial to the traitor becomes a memorial to the fallen.
Jeez. Just be aware. I'll give you one opportunity. And at that point, he claps and the guards detain themselves a bit there. And he looks at you for a moment and goes, "Just be aware on one thing, lad. If you enter our festivity, know that you might not be coming back, no matter what happens. There have been people who've died. I didn't want to share that fact, but I guess there's an alternative."
Oh, I know.
At that point, he begins to walk off. Deezen just stares at you with this intently murderous glare and walks off. The other guards at this point just look at you, and you watch as they are all pointing towards the southern exit.
Oh my god. The smugness worked for once.
Do you know what? I'm really sorry, not persuasion.
Oh. Persuasion. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh, you rolled the wrong one. Is it the same bonus?
Exact same bonus.
All right.
but yeah,
Okay, 13.
Trilly is not moving.
All right. At this point, Richard just sort of sighs and goes, "Just recover your brother, and please leave. Please. I don't want to." At that point, he just looks at you, and you see that he really doesn't want to do anything right now. So, Magnus, what are you doing?
Casually walking back to the shop.
You're gonna go against it?
I'm going anyway. I'm going there anyway to check up on him.
At that point,
yeah.
the guards are blocking your path, by the way.
I need to go visit my friend. He's the reason I came here in the first place.
Don't worry. Should pass this.
Yeah, make a persuasion check.
I think persuasion's either dead. No, yep, straight roll. No, I'm not kidding.
They are not budging from their stance.
Here there, I point to one of the guards. Why is the sword such a hot topic around here?
He just stares at you for a moment. He's not responding yet.
Very well. If you don't want to tell me, I'll go through each and every one of you until one of you tells me.
Are you actually threatening them?
Mild threat.
Alright. You know what? Alright. The guard that you pointed at first, he doesn't move, but the one next to him just sighs a little and goes, "You honestly have no idea exactly what happened."
I'm not from here, and at the time of the Battle of the Crystal Gleam Mountains, I was retired. Needless to say, I don't have the updated intelligence on this.
Well, if you must know, most of the tabaxis here in the city lived up in the Crystal Gleam Mountains. They lost their home, and some lost their lives and family, all because of a man with a vorpal blade. They all...
His name wouldn't happen to be Diction, would it?
Actually, no.
What was his name?
Apparently he went by the name of Quill.
Magnus just looked straight at him, shocked. Wait a minute, so Diction didn't take this blade, then Quill gave it to him.
You know this Quill fella?
Encountered him once or twice. Tried to kill me with an altar. Long story on that one.
At that point, they begin to look at each other a little bit, and back at you and goes, "In short, this Quill fella basically took the lives of everyone else, the Elder, and some of your elements that were up there that were told to station up there when there were rumors of them invading the mountains. That's why everyone is so against that blade, because everyone knows of the man who wielded that blade, as he came down the mountain after cleaving it and said, 'Fear this blade, for it is the sign of the true death of all.' And then he vanished."
So you guys think I'm here to kill all of you?
With all due respect, pal, yes.
That's not it at all. I came here to help my friend who was dying of the chill. That's the only reason I came to the city. I was planning on going to Velvet.
To Velvet? Why would you be heading down there to the military capital?
Simply put, I'm the leader of I'm the general in charge of the elements. That's the reason. And from what I've heard, I had some elements stationed there, so I figured I might have some pull.
Just one moment. At that point, the guard rushes off in the direction to where the mayor came. The other guards are just looking at you at this point, still with that stern expression. And about 5 minutes later, Argonaut and Dizin come back. You see Argonaut come back and just sort of goes, "Alright, start talking."
I'm not here to kill anyone. I only came here to help my friend. When I saw the memorial, I had to talk to someone. I apologize if I came off as extremely killy, but that's not it at all. I was honestly planning on talking to you to give the traitor, as you call him, an element, to make it official.
At that point, the other guards begin to start talking a little bit, and Argonaut just sort of blinks a little and goes, "Give him an element?"
You see the sun on my chest? This is the element of the sun. This gives light and warmth and knowledge to everyone. I was planning on giving him something similar.
You would grant him an element when he is no more.
Trust me. When someone dies in battle, they deserve something. They deserve some kind of peace. Yes, I plan on giving him an element. It's the reason I wanted to talk to you about the memorial in the first place.
Make a persuasion check again, with advantage.
I rolled identical?
Wow. Okay. At that point, they look at you. And they sort of just look back and goes, "Well, I get what you're trying to say. You're trying to appease for the mistake of what you've done in the past, am I correct?"
No. I'm not appeasing to anything. I'm honestly trying to do this for my conscience and his honor. Honestly, if I had known about him, I would have given him one. I'm sorry it didn't happen sooner, but I had no idea this memorial even existed. And the only reason I knew about his existence in the first place was because of the healer that's currently healing my party's member's brother.
And
that's the only reason I know.
Deason at this point looks up at you, and who exactly is healing?
Madam Something Fingers?
They both go wide-eyed and look at each other. Wait. Madam Fingers?
Yes.
At that point, Argonaut just sort of sighs heavily and goes, "Of course that wingbat would."
I look confused, like, what do you mean?
The figure that went off is her great-grandson.
How old is she?
Trust me, we've asked. We don't even know.
If it's the great... Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh my gosh. Of course, no one... She tried to get under my skin with this. I am so sorry this big misunderstanding happened, but again, I wield this sword for good. I captured it from the Black Pen. I took it away from them. I took one of their ultimate weapons away from them, and I plan on using it against them. I assure you, I am not here to harm anyone.
At that point, Trilly, in your in the shop. In fact, you know what? I'll say to speed things a little bit. Madam Fingers comes out from behind the counter. In fact, she stops working on the potion, and she walks up to Richard. She whispers something into his ear, and he steps back. She then looks over to you and goes, "Trilly, follow me." And she walks out the shop.
Trilly's just gonna look between her brother and Madam Fingers and reluctantly follow her out of the shop.
Alright. At that point, Richard looks at you, Trilly, and goes, "I'll keep an eye on him, I promise." And you see the sweat dripping on his face. At that point, she's heading towards the grove at this point. And after a few minutes have gone by, I'll say as the conversation with Magnus is going on, coming from the northern exit up here, Madam Fingers, with Trilly by the side, arrives at the grove. And Argonaut looks over and goes, "Madam Fingers, how could you mention about what that dumb fool did to our area?" And she sort of waves her hand in the air and goes, "No, it is truly my fault." Mr. Element, sir.
Magnus.
I wish to apologize on causing a stir within you. You see, when I saw your element symbol on your chest, I admit I wanted to run you through myself, partly because of a grandmother who wanted to see her great-grandson suffer and never get the chance to properly say goodbye because of your platoon. I wanted to run you through myself. You must understand my emotions at this point, right?
Considering I lost my son in that same battle, yes.
She looks over at Trilly for a minute, and then back at you, Magnus. I understand what you were trying to do. You were trying to make it as one to try to properly honor my relative. And everyone else in between. Am I wrong?
You are not?
She sort of walks straight up to Argonaut and Deason, and she looks over at the Vorpal blade on your body and goes, That is the blade, is it not?
It is the blade I stole from the Black Pen. They shall never use it as long as I draw breath.
She looks over at Argonaut, And giving a sort of nod, she sort of goes, "Let them be." What? But he is wielding the blade destroyed our neighbor's area. You understand, because of them, we lost so many men, so many women and children, and so many of the tabaxi. We couldn't do anything with that. And you understand that Dazen lost that mentor of his. Are you saying that there is fair justice in allowing a half-orc to wield the blade of an enemy? And she sort of nods and goes, "But who's to say that the bad people have not used a weapon of a good person for their malicious intent in the other way round? How do we..."
From what if I might interject, when we were passing through the graveyard at night near where I met Topaz, a ghost, I believe the name was Carnage, came out and said, "That's my blade," or something along those lines. And Carnage was your defender, was he not?
He was the former it was his nickname, and only the select few knew of it. He was the old defender of the Tabaxi. His true name was Emerald Lit. Sorry, wrong name. I said that wrong.
I thought you were gonna say Emerald Splash or something.
No. His true name was Emerald Stone. He was.
Well, then he was good, correct?
Oh, he was. He wielded that Vorpal blade. However,
but when the Black Pen stole the Vorpal blade, he was using a good person's weapon against people, basically. Just basically what Madam Fingers was saying. How are we to know that they haven't used the weapon of a good person against people? Right now, the sword is back in righteous hands. It will not fall back into the Black Pen's hands at all. It's back where it should be, in the hands of good.
Madam Fingers at this point sort of walks up a bit more to you, Magnus, and goes, "You truly wish to honor my relative, and you truly wish to keep that blade for his sake, to protect everyone else."
I truly do. And I plan on giving your great-grandson an element of his own to honor him.
You see her gasp a little bit, and at that point she looks over at Trilly and goes, Is this man truly speaking of justice?"
I've known Magnus to speak of a great many things, but lying is not one of them.
And she looks back at you, Magnus, and goes, "I know it does not cure the wound completely, but I would be honored and grateful if you could. Even if it cures only half the wound, it's still better than nothing, is it not?"
That's true. They say time heals all wounds, but it only makes the pain dull.
At that point, Deezin sort of walks back up to you a moment and goes, "My mentor's ghost. How was he?"
He was... Well, let's just say he's at peace now.
What do you mean?
He went back into his grave after we defeated him, and I repaired his gravestone and helped I left the sword I got made as a cadet with him, and I hope he's at peace now.
You managed to repair his stone.
I did. It was the right thing to do to honor a fallen warrior.
At this point, Argonaut just looks up at all of you at this point and goes, Well, Magnus, I admit that I am a little bit relieved, but you must understand why we all jumped to our conclusion in such a way, and I hope that does not completely show our bad side, but you must understand that that blade does hold a lot of bad memories for a lot of people in this town.
And I hope it can make some good ones, too. Because this blade will help defeat the Black Pen. I can assure you of that.
Then will you allow us one thing if you wish?
And what is that?
Could you honor him at the end of the festivities, regardless of what happens?
Very well. We can make I can have a speech to honor the traitor only if you remove his mask.
We did have.
That way, everyone will know the face of the man who died defending this town.
Then how about we change the deal slightly?
And that is?
I am willing to allow this change to happen instantly, but I will change that to a gravestone to honor everyone, but that mask will stay on if you don't win. If you win, we will remove it, and that can be his true thing. Does that sound fair to you?
If I win, the mask gets removed, but regardless, there's going to be a memorial to all those who died.
It is basically whether the traitor's face is revealed to the world so he can be free or not. Does that sound fair?
Very well.
But I ask on one condition, and I ask that, as he looks over to you, Trilly, to your halfling friend.
To me, okay.
What is your name, young halfling?
Trilly Thistleweight.
Trilly Thistleweight. From what I gathered, your brother from... Oh, sorry, I forgot. He doesn't know that one. You came here to fix a comrade who had been affected by the chilled, correct?
Yes, he's my brother.
Your brother? Well, I apologize on the severity. Gods! At that point, they all come together and such. I wish to at least keep an eye on Trilly's brother while he recovers. Trilly, Madam Fingers, I trust the condition to be safe and sound to be recovered. You must get back to that potion if that is the case of it. Of course. At that point, she looks over at you, Magnus, and with the first expression of something besides creepy, she sort of gives off this sort of near warm smile and goes, "Thank you." And she sort of walks off, just sort of trying to hide her tears. Argonaut at this point walks up to you, and he sort of goes, "Well, half-orc, I'll admit, not too bad, actually. A lot of other people would have caved in at your situation. So I have to admit, you're not too weak, actually."
I'm a lot stronger than most people realize. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't.
Well,
sometimes I could just be bullheaded. But in this case, it was all just a misunderstanding. Trust me, I have no bad feelings against the town, believe me.
Well, then I'm happy to admit. In which case, and you watch as he puts his hand into his pocket, and he pulls out what looks like a small slither of paper. Take this. This is your pass to enter the Festive of the Fist.
I reach out and take it.
Just be aware, we start that festivities.
Heads up.
We start the festivities in 4 days. Oh, King Shaker 12, thanks for following. Sorry, we got to follow during all that. Thank you so much. So at this scenario, he sort of goes, that piece of paper is your term to enter. In 3 days' time, the festivities will begin. You need to make sure you're in the center square in 3 days' time as the sun rises.
before the fight begins.
It is
Question: Is it just bare-fisted, or is it just straight, or is it just weapons?
He sort of chuckles a little, goes, "You truly didn't know about festivities at all."
Like I said, the only time I've been down here is to Velvet.
Well, yes, well, 2 of the events are to do with your fist. The 3rd event is whatever you wish. We normally keep the events hush-hush, but normally every year, the first 2 days are with bare fists only, and the 3rd day is with fists and blades and all things alike, if you so wish.
Armor on the first 2 days, or no?
You won't need it for those first 2 days.
Very well.
The 3rd
But I'm still wearing a tunic with my symbol on it.
Very well. Just be aware on one thing, and I have to warn this for the 3rd day. The third event is known to be a killer. So all I ask is that you prepare yourself for the inevitable end if it comes that way. Just a
Then
friendly
again,
heads up.
I've been known to be a killer as well, so...
He sort of gives a smirk and walks off just with this gentle sort of shimmy and goes, "Alright, old folks, show's over, back to work, back to work." Deason at this point just looks at you and just walks straight past the side of you, not even looking at you.
I turn around and yell at him, "I promise I will not dishonor your master."
If you do, I'll make sure I chop your head off before I do. And he walks off.
Oh boy.
Alright, so that scenario, I'll say the hour goes by the rest of the time. The potion does come out as a success. So Trilly, your brother is cured of the chilled.
Oh my god, I got out of that. I'm so glad. Sometimes a good rousing speech helps. And it did in this case.
You got so lucky there. I was so close.
Oh my god.
You have no
I nearly
idea.
got stabbed in the back.
Anyway. I will say this. If there's anything else you want to do for the rest of the day at this scenario, I will allow you to do so before we quickly move to the others. Because we need to get them into Creo.
Because
at least I don't need to pay her for the information anymore.
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
What's
Still, no one has mentioned the fact why the original reason they went to Creo.
Yep.
What's the original reason we went to Creo?
You want to know
The
what's
dragon shard.
Oh my god,
You
that's right, there's a shard there.
Paul's information about it.
True.
Okay.
You know
I'll
what's
do
funny to
that
me?
tomorrow. The second I think I figured out where the shard is.
No, you don't.
I think I have.
Hang on. What were you going to say, Lena? Sorry, briefly.
I was gonna say that I was expecting a bloodbath between Desmond and Magnus.
Hold on, one question.
I was
You know what? To answer that question, did anyone else think that?
No, this is what I thought would happen. Magnus gets captured, and he puts in a cage, and he's gonna get belted by Rotten Tomatoes.
That wasn't far off what I was going to have.
I was worried we were gonna get kicked out before we ever entered.
Yeah, but that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that there was gonna be a bloodbath between Magnus and Desmond.
I wouldn't blame you on that. All right, so
Oh my god.
okay, so to wrap up the rest of the day here, Magnus, are you doing anything?
Actually, can I do this meta for a second?
Depending what it is.
You know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna. If it is right, I'm not gonna guess. I'm not gonna say it.
All right, I appreciate that. Trilly, what about you?
What sort of state is Verdant in now that he's been cured?
Verdant right now is just asleep. You see him breathing kind of heavily. Madam Fingers will tell you that this is a common side effect of being cured from the chilled. He is going to be asleep for quite a few hours to recover himself, but after probably about 10 hours of sleep, he might be good as new.
That's a good night's sleep right there.
which is how long
Long
I
rest.
wish.
Long rest.
I think essentially, he's going to inquire about the nearest local, like, inn, tavern, get a room, and get him moved. And just stay there with him till he wakes up.
Okay, in which case, you do find that there is only one inn in town. It's actually the biggest inn you've actually seen, even bigger than the ones in Noir. And ironically enough, it is the large building in the middle of the town, and it is called the Lucky Shot.
You mean like Magnus just had?
Yes!
That sounds like a perfect inn for a ranger. We go there.
Alright, so if you wish to have a room in that inn, I'll say if you're having it to share between you and your brother, it will cost you at least 5 silver a night.
Magnus, do you want a separate room or?
What's the best room in the house?
They're all pretty much the same.
The most expensive.
Ooh. I actually.
In other words, I think it was the presidential suite.
All right.
Essentially, yeah. With multiple rooms. Essentially.
I actually didn't plan that far ahead, so I'll just say that. I'm sorry. It's like I knew this. But I'll say at this point, the owner of the tavern, by the way, the inn, sorry, just to clarify this, the owner of it is a blue tabaxi by the name of Sapphire Knife.
You said blue?
A blue tabaxi.
Blue
Yep.
dogs would die.
That's
Shut up.
weird.
By any chance, do we have a green tabaxi with purple polka dots?
No. Not yet.
That was a rhetorical. Chris, that was a rhetorical question just for humor purposes.
I'm aware. If you'd like me to make one, maybe later. All right. Anyway, so Sapphire shows you to the rooms. All the rooms are pretty much the same, Magnus. So if you want to get your own room, it would probably be on the other end of the hall, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm fine with getting my own room.
Okay. So if you guys are willing to spend the night before the others turn up, it will be 5 silver from both of you.
Fine with me.
Trilly's paying that
Oh, for both rooms?
for both rooms.
All right.
So it looks like I'm not paying tonight.
Well, you technically...
You won't be paying for quite a while, considering you stumped up for his cure.
Fair enough.
Well, yeah, fair enough. You did technically put the money to it, so fair do. All right, so I'll say in this scenario, everyone's got their long rest, so everyone's perfectly fine. And at this scenario, I'll say with this, the northern crew who is coming up top, with the other people coming up, I apologize on this. So Trilly and Chopper, you can take a mini break.
Okay.
Well done, you two. So we'll get the others into the town and we'll do that. All right, so the cart, the rest of you all make your way down and you guys are heading from the eastern entrance up there. As you guys are making your way there, you do see, well, unbeknownst to you, it's the same 4 guards that introduced the other 2, but you guys don't know that. And you see them beginning to murmur, and one of them at this point looks up at all of you and goes, "Halt! Who enters?"
We're travelers.
Liam!
Hi, Liam. As he looks up to you at Liam, he looks and notices and goes, "Well, stone me to death. Topaz!"
Oh, can I?
No. He looks over and goes, "Topaz, is that you?"
Yo, what's up, guys?
A lot of shit, that's for certain. We just had some bloomin' shit yesterday.
I just hopped down from the cart, and I approached the 2 guards.
Okay.
So,
The trip her trouble, she already pulls a face of, oh, I know where this is going.
so what the heck happened, guys?
Well, a half-orc and a halfling entered with a rather cold and apparently put, well, You have to speak to Richard here. Richard at this point goes, "It was horrible, Topaz. This half-orc came out, and they went to go help the halfling brother, friend, or whatever it was, and then the half-orc came across the memorial in the center of town. He pulled out the vorpal blade, and everyone went crazy."
I face palm.
Whoa. Slow down a second there, Richard. Slow down here. Slow down here, buddy.
Okay, sorry.
Take a breath. Take a deep breath.
Okay.
Breathe.
The half-orc Magnus pulled out the vorpal blade. Argonaut got crazy because apparently it's the same vorpal blade that took your village.
What?
Yes.
But
I then turn around to the cart.
uh-oh.
What?
Did any of you know that the half-orc had this? Did anybody know that Grandpa had this?
Yeah, I knew he had a vorpal blade.
We knew he had a vorpal blade, but we don't know anything about it.
Well,
Where is he right now? And then turn to Richard. And then turn back to Richard. Where is he right now?
he's staying at the Lucky Shot. He's there with the halfling and things right now.
Excuse me.
Oh.
So things are fine now?
You're about to be kicked in the dick.
So, Topaz, I presume you're going straight in.
Yes.
At this point,
Things are fine now?
Alright, so it's Topaz, well, they are better now, but let's just say there's some tension in the air with a few people still.
So we don't have to worry.
What do you mean worry? Do you know the half-orc?
Oh, yes. He's a friend of us.
You know what? I'm not even gonna question it. And you see the two guys just walk off and goes, "If you're going for your friend, he's at the Lucky Shot. It's in the center of town. Just go straight down the main road, turn right. You can't miss it."
Okay, thank you.
Trip steps forward into the guards and is going to ask something.
Okay.
Where can I find your mare?
You're looking for Mayor Argonor.
Oh, not again.
Well, if I'd have to say right now, he's probably doing, he's probably either talking to Magnus right now, or he's probably getting the festivities ready for the festive of the fist. I don't know where he is.
Guess I'm gonna have to find him myself.
All right. With permission, you have to understand because of what happened. You know what, Richard, you sit this one out. I'll go up. So at this point, he goes, "Right, with all due respect, you're gonna have to be escorted by me, stow it."
She nods. Thank you for that.
We just don't want any more crap going on. All right, all of you, follow me. He walks into the large gate. Do you all follow?
Yep.
Yes, I'm.
All right.
Still driving the carriage.
Fair enough.
Oh wait, hold up. Now that I think about it.
Oh yeah, at this point the beak's gone because the sun rose.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so now you're being pulled by a one-horse cart.
All right, is Anastasia doing okay?
Does the heavy breathing tell you something?
Yeah. Oh, go on.
Okay. In Elvish, it's okay. It's okay. Just a little bit further. I promise you'll get your rest.
So trotting as best he can.
Gee.
Sorry.
Okay. I think. Okay. Okay. I look back at Liam. Could you mind lightening? Do you mind lightening the load for a bit? It might be easier on Anastasia if there's less weight.
Fine.
How do you look?
I let my steel defender get off.
Beep, beep. And he sort of picks up pace a little bit.
Thank you.
All right.
It's not like he needs it anyway. Lazy bastard.
He sort of looks at you.
Wait a second. Okay. I have to ask, who said the words lazy bastard?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were saying that to your robot, just to confirm, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. I just had to make sure I didn't goof that up. Alright, so you all get escorted into the center of town. You see the giant fire jetting around the monument in the center of the town, which Topaz obviously recognizes and such, because that's Topaz does that there. Do you tell them about the monument, or do you just let it quiet for now? Oh, well, actually, technically, you've already plowed on ahead, haven't you?
Yeah, I've already run ahead to the inn so I can have a few words with Matt.
Uh-oh. Alright, so...
Magnus did nothing wrong.
Alright, so as Topaz is just walking straight through, some of them are murmuring as you're heading in the inn, and as the cart is coming by, you actually hear some of the people in the cart going, "Oh, Topaz is going off into the inn. Do you think she's going off to see the half-orc?"
I turn to the others. I have got a bad feeling about this.
Just you.
Alright, so Topaz, you make your way into the inn. Sapphire greets you, and she instantly, without even recognition, she just goes, "I know why you're here. He's up on the room, third door on the right."
Thank you.
I have a strange feeling I'm about to get my ass kicked at the backseat.
I'm hoping that he gave Topaz the right room.
Why do you think I discredit? All right, so Topaz, you get told the room. I presume you're going straight to it.
Why do you think I tried to refuse it?
Alright, so in quick succession, she rushes by the room, stamping the feet a little bit. Trilly, you sort of get stirred a little in the sleep. And Topaz, you arrive at Magnus's door.
I then knock on the door, not to be rude.
Alright, hold on. I'll do the knock.
Okay.
Alright. That's the best I can do. Oh, there you go. Thank you. All right. So Magnus, you hear the knock and you get stirred a bit in the sleep. I'll leave the rest to you two. All right. How do you react, Zelion? Do you not Zelion? Topaz? Do you just knock on the door and wait?
Yes.
All right, Magnus.
With my arms crossed, you know
I
how
groggily just walk to the door and open. It's like, who is there?
you know how you have these characters with their arms crossed and their butt tapping.
So yeah, Magnus.
Sonic.
Yes,
That's pretty much what Topaz is doing right now.
All right, so Magnus, you open the door and there you see a yellow, half buffed tabaxi who looks very familiar.
Oh, hi, Topaz. You guys finally made it.
Yeah, and I have a bone to pick with you.
Well, what did I do this time?
Remember the blade that you used to kill that you used on these ghosts that we were encountering a few days back?
Yeah, it was very effective. Why?
Is anyone laughing because they sense a bloodbath coming on?
Oh, no, just go ahead, Lena. Just go ahead. We'll talk after.
Okay. I was told that blade was the one that eradicated my village.
You figured you found out, didn't you?
Yes, I did, and I want to know who you got it from.
I got it from Diction. I killed him with it after I got it from him.
Okay, and who is this Diction bastard, and where can I find him?
Dead. Again, no idea where he's at now. And he got it from Quill.
And where can I find that
Who
bastard?
got it from Carnage.
Okay, and where can I find this Quill bastard?
No idea where he's at now. Probably somewhere hiding like the coward he is.
At that point, Topaz, coming up behind you, you see the familiar, plumpish-style figure of Mayor Argonor as he comes up to you and goes, Topaz!
Well, good morning, Mayor.
Magnus, Topaz, I take it you just found out the news.
Yeah. And I want to find these bastards and kill them.
I understand your frustration, but until everyone finds it, we can't do much else. Besides, I think right now we have some other pressing matters to discuss. You have to understand, we have to have the Festive of the Fists, otherwise if we bring it up now to everybody, it's going to cause some mayhem.
Sir.
Magnus, I just need to...
Yes?
I've come to address you this morning because I wish to confirm one more detail with you, if you do not mind.
Sure, Mayor. What's going on?
Just to confirm, I heard that yesterday. You got that blade from Diction when you killed him.
Correct.
With respect to No, you said that you killed him the second time.
Correct.
Could you explain that? I'm just a little
Well,
bit
he's a necromancer. I assume he can resurrect himself.
A necromancer? You know...
You've heard of the town of Helix, correct?
Yeah, the textile capital of Monu, yes.
Have you heard what happened to it?
I heard rumors of it being attacked, but not by... You're gonna tell me it was attacked by that?
Yes. He was attacked by Diction. He happened to have the Vorpal blade on him. I drank an invisibility potion, and luckily, snuck through the fog, which one of my colleagues happened to put down. And I basically disarmed him of it. And then promptly attacked him with it.
I see. So what you're saying is, in a way, the Diction you killed was not the original Diction.
I assume it was a clone, and I assume the original Diction's been dead for years.
That is a situation. Very well. I just wanted to confirm that fact because I had been kind of troubled when you said the second time. I was thinking there was more than one.
No, it's just one. Different body, same asshole.
At this...
Different day.
Yeah, that's about right. At that point... That's a good... Different people, same asshole. That's a good one. I like that one. Might have to remember that one for the time. Hey guys, I'm
welcome.
Chick.
I came up with it on the spot.
It was a good one. All right.
You cracked me up, dude.
So at this point, he sort of looks over and such and goes, Topaz, I need you to do a favor for me.
Sure.
I wish for you to keep an eye on Magnus.
Wait, what?
So I'm babysitting Grandpa over here.
The reason for it is, just until the Festive of the Fist is over, I just wish to take some small precautions. Plus, I need to have my guards on alert to get the people into the city in time for the festivities. And no offense when I say it, but even though things have been calmed after what happened, I think it'd be better if there was some extra muscle in case anything happened. Plus, if you pull out any blade against them, they might think you're going back on your word.
True.
So, with respect, please understand I'm just doing this for the sake of not just your safety, but the town's calmness.
Alright. But the blade stays with me. I don't want to risk it falling into the wrong hands.
Topaz, do I have your word that you will keep an eye on him, that he does not pull that blade out for any reason whatsoever?
Sure.
What happened? What if the town is attacked? What about then?
If you do, then
I did give Carnage my +2 longsword, so
you do make a partial point. In which case, if the town does get attacked, you have my permission to use it, but only if I give the clear. Do you understand?
Very well.
Alright. Topaz, just one question I mean to ask.
Yes, sir.
That compadre that you entered the town with, are they this one's cohorts?
Yes, sir, they are.
Very well. I wish to go have a word. I'm going to have a word with them. Magnus, I shall leave you to your day. Topaz, I wish one thing in exchange as well from you. I know that you're a bit upset after discovering this news, but at least hold your frustration to the point of that we don't kill him. He's actually doing the end of the ceremony in a way that I think could actually appease a few people.
You have my word.
Thank you. Now, Magnus, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
And he sort of begins to trundle off, and he actually does sort of shout through the door because he thinks he's a service. And a good morning to you too, young Trilly.
Morning.
And he just sort of troddles off back down the stairs at this point.
Trottling.
Yeah, just troddle.
Shut
up.
Okay, no.
All right, so we'll wrap this up on there. So we'll wrap this session up with one thing or whatever. The mayor at this point comes out to join the compadre and goes, you must be the crew who had been traveling not just with Topaz but with Magnus, I presume?
I am at this point off the cart and tending to my steed. Mount at this point. To Anastasia.
Yep.
Yeah, that's us.
I presume the lot of you are all in cahoots, yes?
Depends on what exactly happened. I kind of overheard a little bit of what the guards said to Topaz, but I just want clarification.
Well, I can give you the short version. As some of you, as you lot know, Topaz's home village was in the Crystal Gleam Mountains. Unfortunately, it was attacked by a man who carried the Vorpal blade. The blade that he was carrying, that your comrade, is the exact same blade that was used to destroy it. Because of that, many Tabaxi and some warriors from our town lost their lives due to that thing. So everyone's a bit on edge when they see it.
Yeah, we have some idea of it, and you said, and we promise you that we knew nothing about what that Vorpal blade was or who it once belonged to.
Oh, I trust your word. I mean, after all, the half-orc and the halfling pretty much conveyed that. So all I say is just try not to bring up anything about it or ask questions. I would rather things be kept peaceful, at least till our festivities are done. Speaking of which, if you mind my asking, what brings you down to Creo, if you mind my asking?
Well, technically we're on a bit of a double errand.
Triptia steps forward.
Oh?
Honorable Mayor, it is best that we discuss this in private, as we do not wish to cause alarm.
At this point, he sort of leans into you, Trip, a bit and goes, "You're referring to the dragon shards, are you not?"
Trip nods.
For the record, I said nothing.
I know.
Did I hear this?
Yeah, basically at this point he looks and goes, he whispers it to Trip and just such. He actually looks and goes, and he actually points to the partially not shown shard around your neck, but is pointing towards your neck, Zelion.
I cover up the shard. Just kind of surprised that he already knew what we were here for.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir?
What part of in private did you not understand?
No, I know. I was just confirming that was the reason, to make sure how private we should be. Now, you know what? Let's go inside the Lucky Shot. I think it's best if we join up with everyone together. There is I can keep the area closed off while we have our talk, if that's all right.
Fair enough.
Sure.
All right. So, do you all follow him into the lucky shot?
Yes, but not before I ask one of the nearby guards or people or stable hands, I don't know who, to help take care of Anastasia and our cart.
At this point, Dezen is sort of close by and goes, "Don't worry, I'll keep an eye for now."
Okay, thank you. And I head in.
All right. So, are you all heading inside?
Yes.
All right. At this point, I'll say to wrap this session up here. He sort of comes back up the stairs and goes, "Trilly, Magnus, Topaz, will you please join me downstairs in the lunch hall, please?"
Very well.
Do all three of you
I'm on
go?
my way.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm on my way.
Okay. Trilly, are you joining up, or what are you doing?
Is Verdun still asleep at this point?
Verdun at this point is sort of stirring a little bit in the sleep, but he's still kind of asleep.
I prefer not to leave my brother's side, if that's all right with you.
Very well. I understand. Come down when you're ready.
Thank you.
As I walk down to the lunch area, I ask the mayor how Trilly's brother is.
Well, right now they managed to sort out the situation, and he sort of looks up to you and goes, "It was actually the chilled that affected him."
The chilled? Am I familiar with this at all?
You know what? Make a quick history check. Just make a quick history check. Humor me with this. He sort of looks at you and Topaz and goes, "Yeah, Trilly's brother was affected with the chilled. They've managed to sort it, but lucky enough,
13.
it was lucky enough to be about 4 days away."
That's good. 4 days after, then it's all over.
Yeah, which is lucky enough. Anyway, come on, let's go. We wish to discuss about a certain matter, something important, something. He looks at you, Magnus, for a brief moment. Something of importance.
Right.
All right, 13. You've heard the name, but you've never heard what it was involved with. You just heard the chilled was something big, but you don't know what it was involving.
All right.
All right, so at this point, you're all convened downstairs except for Trilly. And with that, Argonor stands at the head of the table and goes, "Well, let's get to business." And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
All right.
So, on the side note, before we wrap this up on this, well done, Magnus, you fluky bastard.
I cannot believe I got out of that.
I think everyone can't.
No.
But seriously, though, well done. I generally thought I had you with that trap.
Oh, you thought I wasn't gonna fucking kill anyone today.
I know, but I was going to see if you were going to give up that, whether you were going to kill to keep the blade or not.
Oh, fuck no.
All right. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for tonight's episode. Sorry for the little carnage and sorry for how long we normally go on for. Join us in 2 weeks' time when we get on with our next session. So, with that said, how is Creo going to affect now that the Vorpal Blade has been put into view? Will Mayor Argonor be safe and sound? How will the Festive of the Fist go with everything going on? And more importantly, is the battle over with the Chilled and Verdant? Well, you'll have to tune in next time to see how this goes. Until then, guys, it's goodbye from Brownie, your Dungeon Master of tonight. It's goodbye from Aeon.
Bye, everyone.
From Chopper.
Later.
From Kotlal.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
From Lena.
Sayonara, peoples. Carlo, you crack me up.
Goodbye from Raven.
That's me.
And goodbye from Dell.
Bye, everybody.
And a goodbye from Caitlin and Heidi, who both had to leave the session during these times because of other matters. But until then, guys, this is Brownie of the Joy Charge Gamers, signing off on Let's Play Perception Check D&D. Stay charged, everyone, and catch you all later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh boy.